Just, I'm sorry, go on. Yeah. You see, I was shocked because you apparently have joined the game without Discord kicking you out or killing your mic rather. What is- Well, that might have something to do with it. What the fuck kind of outfit is that? Geez, some people in this game must be colorblind or something. My God. It's a Cardassian in standard Cardassian armor, but with yellow highlights for some reason. And I don't mean like piping, I mean like whole swaths of the uh, whole bands, I guess, of yellow across the uniform. It's like, It's like, who dipped you in color blindness? What? It's just, oh God, it's nasty. It's like, what did I see your mother locked you in a closet as a child? Jesus. I can't think of any other reason that someone would do that. Honestly, it's just, it's that hideous. Let's press that button. There we go. And I still got to wait like 8 minutes to do my intro. Well, I mean, I don't mind colors on the outfit. I really don't. It's just the combination and placement of them is just goofy. Let's see where you're located. Let's press this button, and you are. Oh, yeah, there you are. Oh, that's weird. It's not showing you as a member of the fleet. What's that? No, that's a rank. I mean, I'm talking about our the Kobayashi Maru Squadron fleet. Huh? Because it usually shows up on the thing. See, you're in number 4. I'm in number 5. I wonder if that has something to do with it. I'm gonna switch to number 4. No, I'm not, because that instance is full. I'm gonna switch to number. Oh, well, if you can, we'll see. I bet that's full too. I'm going to 13. Oh, give me a drink here. But before I think you were in space, then I saw the fleet indicator. Oh no! Oh no! I've got the slow loading screen. Oh, that's okay. I still have my standby image up, but I'm not streaming yet anyway. Oh, geez. The one good thing about yesterday's stream was that I didn't have any disconnects. But yeah, that's a condition that seems to not last forever. There, yeah, booted me. All right. They were doing so well. And now it's today.
Hello. You can alter your
One
uniform
friggin' day
and look
without
and
massive
feel.
disconnects. Congratulations. Hey, Rotten. Groovy. Where? What was I doing? Okay, yeah, now I'm in 13. All right. See, I don't see when I look up the friends window, it doesn't show your fleet info, which is weird. There we go. Now it does. Now that we joined up, it does. But other people on my friends list who are online, it shows. I don't get it. I got nothing, man. It's those little inconsistencies that add up and add up and add up and add up and add up, and pretty soon you're struck with, basically two words: broken game. Ah, got to be such an okay. I'm going to say an easy thing, but it's not really easy. But it really is just it's a simple thing. Let's put it that way. It's a simple thing to do a Star Trek MMO and not fuck it up. But everyone seems intent upon fucking it up. From CBS, Paramount, whoever owns the rights this week, to the game developers. And again, I'm going to clarify what I mean by that. I don't mean the people who do the actual game development. I mean the people they answer to. The people, the people with agendas that they want to shoehorn in everywhere. Okay, it's close enough. I can start my stream now. So I'm going to do that. Drop that thing. Press go. And it looks like I'm live. Cool. Welcome to another edition of Space Morons in Space, where Tyr and I go out and try to shoot the bad guys, essentially, and shoot the shit at the same time. That's Tyr. I'm Mitch Nemo, and and we're talking about um, at the moment we're discussing the bizarre behavior of people who are in charge. A lot of times when I mention how the game devs are failing this game, I'm not talking about the developers who do the actual work. I'm talking about the decision makers, the people with uh, with deadlines and agendas who want to shoehorn all kinds of shit in. And I was just about to say to you here before I went live that if you recall, we were playing the. Let me see what it was. It was in one of my episodes of Star Trek Online. I think it was Age of Discovery. Yeah, it was Age of Discovery where they're like going in the caves and all that shit with Lorca and Patel and whoever else. And the only reason we got that was, it seems, was to have diverse female actress number 62 have a forced diverse romance story, or rather, not even a story, but a B plot, if you recall. And we had no reason to give a damn about the character because they just shoehorn this thing in. like a 30 minutes or so to 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 recognize the relationship between the just brown enough lesbians, because that's Hollywood's. I say that because it's Hollywood's pattern. You know, they're going by a scorecard or a checklist. So I say just brown enough for oppression points or for representation points, whatever. Because that seems to be what they're doing. Sometimes it's like, oh, look, diverse cast. Oh, it's Sean King. It's Talcum X. Come on. Hashtag just brown enough. You know, that's what I mean by that. I'm not saying that brown people can't act or anything like that. I'm saying that I use that as a commentary on Hollywood's pattern of behavior. But we get half an hour to maybe a half hour to watch and experience the bare minimum of this so-called romance between these two just brown enough lesbians, and then one of them gets killed, and we're supposed and they dramatize the shit out of it. It's almost like they want to manipulate you into believing that some great drama has just happened, and it's not. It's shit. I've gotten a bigger emotional response from a fucking greeting card. You know? Nice. Yeah. It, yeah. Well, and I think I brought it up while I was playing it, while I was going through the episode. They go into this cave. It's frozen over in the on the backside of the cave, so they have to phaser their way out, right? But they don't do that right away. They wait until the Klingons air quote corner them in the cave, then they phaser their way out after causing a cave in at the front of the cave. And the worst part about this is throughout this episode, Klingons are beaming in, but you know, once they create that cave in, well, the Klingons can't beam in anymore on the other side of the mountain for some reason. It's that shit, you know. I get it with the shuttle that crashed. Maybe there was an emergency transport. Lorca was hurt, and energy was low. They could only afford to, you know, they only had enough energy to beam two people, so they beam Lorca and someone to take care of them to the cave. I get that part. That makes sense. But then the Klingons only ever beam in behind us, you know, never in front of us. It's stupid. It's bad writing. What are we doing? God, I can't. Are we the what? What? Oh, what you want you so they can see what I'm talking about? Okay, that's the episodes. I believe it's Age of Discovery, and the episode is Impossibility of Reason.
Starfleet Command.
I forgot to grab the episode. Yes. And transwarp. Okay, there we go. Hey, let's see if I can get through the loading screen. It was doing great with the loading screens yesterday. Not a single interruption. Hey, I made it. Let's see. God, I hope we went to Impossibility of Reason, or well, I forget what it was now. And my loading screen is slow. Sorry about that. Ugh. That one came on and I knew it was going to be a painful one. But it was a single one. It wasn't like a part of a series. Ugh. Yeah. Oh God, I'm going to be stuck with the loading screen thing all day, aren't I? I'm still at under 4%. Hey, made it to 4%. And I already know it's gonna boot me.
Stop until she's gone. We need to get in there before it's too late.
Yep, there we go. No. I had to relog. There we go. And logging in. All right.
Mayday, Mayday, this is the USS Baran. We're taking heavy fire and need immediate assistance.
Ah, you come to save your comrades, honorable, if not foolish. Come.
That...
You did the best you could,
This woman is not a good actress, I think. But those are the two just brown enough lesbians. I think so.
Looks like we picked up some more Klingon attention.
This is a
But
Baran. Our shields are buckling.
Yeah, it is. Especially if one ranks the other, and they're in the same section and has direct supervisory position over the other, that's a violation. Right. Right.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Incoming hails from the Baran.
Yeah. Right.
What? The warp core! Someone triggered the self-destruct! Oh my god! Baran!
This voice acting's really bad.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Alright. At least I get to collect some space rubble. You know how much I love that. I gotta... What? Holding on. I mean, I'm gonna kill this Klingon, but yeah, holding on.
Did she launch any escape?
Is it an issue with your desktop audio being muted? All right.
Properties, device,
Wait, but he can hear me? That's weird. We know it's not your mic because I can hear you. Okay. Here we go. Um, um, Got to do the deductive reasoning thing. And when you talk, I can see it comes through my desktop audio just fine. So yours would have to be your mic setting on OBS would have to be mute to do what you're saying, I think. And that should be all up front on your audio mixer.
Can you hear me now, Rotten? I think it's moving now. Hey, Rotten, can you hear me?
Okay. Now we gotta wait for Rotten to respond. It'll be like a minute or so.
It would be.
Because that's how it works.
Yeah, well, it's moving on my audio settings in OBS. There he is. He sees me.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so what I was saying, Rotten, was the reason why Tom and Paris's relationship worked out in Voyager is because she did not outrank him. Well, she only after he gets demoted did she outrank him, but they weren't in the same section, so it wasn't an ethical violation. No one could call foul on that.
Yeah, even though she was a department head.
Yeah. Like,
it wouldn't, because they're in a different section, it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm. But if she was, say, a member of operations, which I believe Helms is part of,
Sick bay's
then there could have been an issue.
The ion storm is getting worse.
Right.
You know, here, the situation with the two lesbians, if I'm not mistaken, they are in the same section and one outranks the other. It's a violation, a huge ethical violation.
Yep.
And say she, I don't know how Star Trek works with promotions, because it always seems the captain gives you the promotion, but I'm pretty sure, like, your department head should have some say, I guess. Why isn't it doing anything?
You'd think so.
You know, so
let's see. Go on.
I would just what I was saying was, like, so if I'm dating you, we're sleeping together, I'm going to make sure you get a promotion because, hey, we're messing around.
What?
No, I'm saying, you know, I'm just saying for the ethical violation. What up, Kefk?
Kefkers. Rutabaga. Anyway, plus the look, we got. I'm looking at the
server connection lost while loading. Wow, it kicked me.
Oh, well, there you go. That's why I have my little test pattern. It's funny though. You handle that. I'll jibber jabber a bit.
Okay.
My ship is intact. Captain Lorca's injured to the point where even shipboard facilities aren't going to be enough. He's going to have to get to a starbase.
All right, I'm back on.
But okay, so we're having
days better than this one.
Captain Lorca
Enemy vessel on sensors.
secured for transit in Shuttle Bay, and we're gonna launch.
They want us alive.
Captain, okay, we're going. Okay, there.
Impulse is failing.
Get us on the ground, Commander.
It's arguing with me. So when Captain Lorca's, well, let's see. Maybe there's a cutscene. Yeah, I guess we can't transport because of the storm, but the Klingons keep transporting in.
Which makes no sense.
Any landing you can walk away
just
from,
standard inconsistency.
Tricorder isn't showing any serious injuries. You'll live. Atmos breathable, but this is a Class P environment. The cold doesn't kill us. The Klingons will. No way they're gonna let us go now. We need shelter, and fast.
Damn.
Shut up. I'm watching the whole cutscene because I'm trying to put the bad acting and whatnot on display.
That's what I'm doing.
So you go camping on Andoria. Makes this place look like Waikiki Beach.
Okay, so the shuttle crashes.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Ensign. But those of us who didn't grow up on
the
ice moon aren't as amused.
That doesn't excuse your bad piloting.
Break out the gear and supplies and find shelter. I don't want this weather finishing what the Klingons started.
All right. Fetching supplies.
I'm reading some cave systems up on that mountainside.
Yeah.
Might be a good place to set up camp. Maybe even a distress beacon. I can
It's
use
just
the shuttle's
the
emergency
apparent
transporter to
insistence
take
that we care
Lorca
about
and
these
another person
characters
there. Get them out of this wind and
when
cold.
there's quite
It's only
literally
good
no
for
reason
one
to.
transport, though.
Oops.
Hey, while
Press
I'm
the wrong
thinking
button
about
there.
it, we lost some pieces of the shuttle while we were coming down. Some of that might be useful.
Did
here.
not mean to launch
We
a
should keep an
shield
eye out
generator.
for anything that we easily salvage.
Know what? I gotta beam over, beam Kerwin. See, it says beam again here. Oh God!
Beam Kerwin and Lorca. Beam over
It
Kerwin
says
and Lorca.
beam over Kerwin and Lorca. It should say beam Kerwin and Lorca over.
That's true.
It's broke. They're writing in broken English now.
Kefk just dropping in by to deliver hugs. Hugs.
Rock on, Kefkers.
And then Rotncorpse is like, challenge the Klingons to break dance fighting here. No!
Shank's mad for a frozen wasteland.
You see, so Patel
You take me to all
is a
of
lieutenant
that.
commander, and what's her face? I can't remember the other gal's name. Is a commander.
Where is she? Landry.
Landry, yes. Let's see. Let's get at him for the Klingons. Go Klingoning.
All right, find shelter.
All right, so I guess we go this way.
Should we worry about leaving tracks that the Klingons can follow?
If they can, like...
Yeah, this dialogue is meant to
High enough to thaw.
cover up mistakes.
Yeah,
So,
but-
the snow will probably melt enough to lose our tracks in the next few hours.
All right,
Right.
so...
And if it stays cold and humid, we'll get more snow anyway.
All right, what I was about to say before they keep interrupting.
news.
God damn it!
Now we just have to worry about finding our way out of it.
What?
They keep the cutscene keeps interrupting me. What I was about to say was the Klingons have scanners just like everyone else. You don't, most of the time they don't track by the footprints.
Right.
You know, scan for life signs.
But again, these
Wait.
these
See those mounds of snow?
yeah, see him.
Them are just
Kerwin, oh
like
boy.
powder.
Okay, good.
Kerwin to team. My tricorder.
Again, these are some hyper aggressive species.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, the writing is really on par with J.J. Abrams and Alex Kurtzman, because whoever's writing this stuff does not understand how Star Trek works. In fact, they've turned it from Star Trek into Star Trek. It's written by people who know what your mom knows about Star Trek, okay?
We got your widget.
Yeah, I
Never
know.
mind.
You know,
that
it-
shit.
You ever see those movies or TV shows where you got a parent and a
Sorry
teenager,
about that. I wonder if
and
they were
the
so
parent
close
is
to
like
it for war.
desperately trying to connect with the teenager by using
Good work.
outdated teenage
Coming.
slang?
We're gonna have
Yes.
a lot more tricks to survive.
Those are the people writing this shit.
I'm hip with it. You know, I'm down. You know. But
I mean, right down to using the abbreviated word Atmo, because they think that's what sounds cool.
yeah,
They think it sounds cool when military uses abbreviations and whatnot. So they try to
Chemicals.
use one, but it comes off as
There they are.
force.
Look, geothermal
Yeah,
activity pushes
not
heat
even
water
force.
up,
Force would be an
forms those
improvement.
bubbling mud pools. Wouldn't recommend.
Kerwin here. I'm picking up
It just comes off as lame, you know, as in put a chick in it, make her lame and gay.
Make a lane, make a gang.
And here we are in this episode with two lame and gay chicks who experience emotional turmoil that we can't help but not give a shit about because they give us no reason to care.
God damn it.
You remember in
I'm still reading some parts out in the Badlands.
God, I want to say it was I think it was Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
Where Obi-Wan and Anakin are taking that elevator ride, just presumably to the Jedi Temple.
Yes.
And they talk about the adventure where Anakin saved Obi-Wan from a pit of Gundarks or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Show us that movie. Don't show us them in an elevator using expository dialogue to convince the audience that they're friends and they have been for a long time. Show us the movie where that shit happens.
Yes. You know, show us that adventure, or show us, show don't tell.
Yeah, exactly. It's the show don't tell rule, and because telling us about it doesn't give us a reason to emotionally connect. Just like with this this stupid romance story in this bit.
Mm-hmm.
What are these marks in the ice? Tracks of some kind?
What is the point? What are we looking for with these people? Are we salvaging? What are we? I don't know what we're doing.
Find out more.
Yeah, we're salvaging, fetching components, as it were.
All right, where?
Okay, we go this way.
Who in the hell puts consume?
Is everyone here?
No, I'm trying to get there. Getting around these damn
all right.
mud pits is a fucking headache. All right, almost there. But again, show don't tell. If you like the example you gave, give us the adventure, or even one better. Have them go. Have them in a similar situation. It doesn't have to be a long adventure. Just, hey, you owe me one. You saved me the last time.
Oh, here we go.
They're a little deeper in the cave.
With
If I know Kerwin, he's
lesbian
probably
sex
cobbling a warp core
lover
with
number
a
1 and number
box,
2.
hypo spring casing, and a belt.
Wait, did he just? I don't know.
What?
Lieutenant Commander Patel must be chief. I'm locked up. There we go. I'm stuttering now in the game. She must be chief engineer.
Okay, I guess that blows the whole issue. Because
Section thing.
Yeah, because I do believe that.
I think Landry is chief of security.
Yes.
Possibly first officer. But if Landry's the first officer, then it does become a breach. Oh God,
even if she isn't, if she's anywhere, if she's in the command structure, it would still be a breach. If she's a second officer.
Yeah. Well, if she's anywhere within that particular command chain, yes, it's a breach. If she's a section head from another section, that's not a big deal.
Yes.
Captain Lorca's life signs are stable for
Yeah,
now.
me.
His medical unit is functioning normally, and he didn't suffer any further wounds during the crash.
Rotncorpse. Avengers did the remember that one better. Hawkeye and the Black Widow were fighting bad guys. Widow says, it's just like Budapest. Hawkeye, I remember that time differently. Okay. And then Frosted Glass. I mean, it could have been worse. This is like that time you rescued me from the Garndarks. Family Guy cutaway gag.
Yeah. Now we make camp and... Oh, look, everyone. You got a red, a yellow, and a blue sleeping bag because Starfleet.
Listen, I have to count on you.
Yeah.
Landry's competent, but this check in on the rest too much ain't one person to manage.
This shit, too. Like,
Yeah, we are.
Look, yellow one, a red one, a blue one. Because Starfleet.
I need to
This
know
is
you'll
so
be ready to
fucking
make a hard
childish.
call if it comes down to it.
You know,
This makes no sense.
There's no room for weakness.
Technically,
Vulcans know this. When you face Klingons, act from a position of strength whenever.
keep going. I'm going to talk to everyone here. And
I'm still working.
technically, there's an issue with this shit.
I'm mixing up some
Why am I being
Not
hey,
the best smellings,
th-
but it'll keep us well, we've already seen
above your
It's not luxury
person you know forever?
accommodations on Ryza, but at least the cave's secure. We need some.
Doing the right
say again.
Make a
So
good point.
he just said that
Captain's
he's
still alive.
he just said that he's unsure if Landry can make the tough decisions. So I'm counting on you, which is the player character, to lead, if in a sense lead. But why are you counting on me, someone you don't know from a hill of beans, versus Landry, who is your second, possibly your second in command?
Well, for one thing, this is meant to be a simulation, and not the actual events.
Okay.
See, here's the frozen ice wall, by the way, that I was mentioning earlier.
Okay.
In front of me, that we're going to have to phaser our way through. And for some reason, the Klingons can't beam behind, or can't beam beyond it, for reasons. I don't think I've ever noticed this pink shit up here on the, whatever. I don't care.
No.
What are we doing? Okay, we got search the fumaroles for materials. And basically, we're on another gathering mission.
Losing the Baran was hard.
Oh, and with
You know, I don't have much left.
we're in the
But I
exposition
am ready to fight
phase of
for
this
it.
operation, apparently.
Them. My people from the Baran, they're my family.
Again,
Starfleet, they give us two
Do we even care about this woman enough for her to have this level of dialogue?
no.
The most
This
important
amount of
thing they
dialogue?
give us
No,
is each
we
other.
don't. Because there's no reason for us to. We have no attachment to her.
Rot.
If it was... Oh, go on.
Frosted Glass, Rotncorpse, yeah. Say that, say what you will, Wheaton can write. Unfortunately, people badly imitated him, gave him a bad name. Okay. Rotncorpse, yeah. And he gets people who seem to genuinely enjoy the work, so they bring their best.
Who's that? Who does?
He was making a reference about in Avengers where Hawkeye and Black Widow goes just like Budapest.
Yes.
And he goes, "Hey, I remember it differently." You know. And he was talking about how I'm assuming he's talking about how Whedon is a good writer because
He can be, yeah. He is a good writer. His failing is not with his writing at all, or his direction. He's a good director too.
It's just him as a person.
It's where he failed, and I'm not even talking about him as a person. I'm talking professionally.
Okay.
He failed by not keeping the proper distance between himself and his coworkers, obviously.
Okay.
But
That should
also
be enough.
he failed he never should have accepted the Justice League job. Because that thing was a clusterfuck to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And by accepting that assignment, unless they paid him a fuck ton of money, because I can't think of another good reason to do that kind of, but to go in and try to re-edit and redirect someone else's work, hell no. I would not want to do that. Because whose name was on it when it hit the silver screen? Joss Whedon's.
When it was Jack
Whoa,
Snyder's.
whoa, whoa! Big monster! Very big!
Yeah,
Okay.
see like that.
Pretty
Big
sure I
monster's
know what
very
leaves those
big.
marks in the ice now.
This trying to be modern day cute with the dialogue doesn't work. This is supposed to be 100, 200 years in the future,
And we better hope none of those.
Again,
and they're using modern writing conventions. or modern era writing conventions, let's say.
Yeah.
And it just makes it stick out in the wrong way.
I mean, again, within 200 years, they should have come up with their own slang and their own idioms.
To some degree, yeah, but I'm tired of hearing about people, shove it out your airlock, and I'm tired of airlocks, to be honest. As use.
Honey, I'm home.
See that honey, I'm home. That's not funny.
Good. Wait till you see what I've done with the
It's not
cage.
funny. It's not cute. The line delivery was absolute trash. Oh God, this is why I don't play a lot of this kind of content in Star Trek Online on a regular basis.
Understandable.
It's because
Magnesite? Ah,
there.
India.
Look,
We can use that.
first of
I'll
all,
take those off your
the
hands.
reason we feel a connection to Kirk and
Just don't
Picard
loiter around it. It's
and
radioactive.
Cisco and those crews
Explosives.
is
In a cave
because
like this.
we grew up on them.
That's not one of your
When
best
they put
ideas.
this stuff in Discovery, wasn't even 2 years or 3 years old yet.
Devoured by those ice creatures you mentioned.
We don't have enough time to be in any way emotionally attached.
I can
And
work
to
on that while
to
someone
add
else
to that
takes
problem,
canisters.
there's nothing to emotionally attach to because it is all written so badly.
They lost the essence. I've heard it best by Nerdrotic. They're puppeteering a corpse.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be, and the more they tried to force it on people, the worse it got.
Yep. I think we're about to get a bunch of the gay here.
Glad to see you made it back in one piece. Judging by the looks on your faces, you didn't come back empty-handed. That's good news. Come and have a seat, Ellen. Got a reasonably smooth rock, nice and heated up for you.
See,
Looks like
there they
there's
go.
rock in the house, too. Thanks, Emma. You're always looking out for me. Okay, let's talk next steps.
See what I mean?
We're gonna need that
This is tell, don't show.
We've got a little time, but not much. This cold's not going anywhere.
We've got no reason to feel any emotional connection. This relationship is strictly an information dump, and it's a shitty one.
And they wildly jump between moods. She was mopey earlier. Now she's,
Remember, we're starving.
playful.
We can't give in to despair. When times are worst, that's when we need to.
I'm
rise
tired
to
of
our
this whole thing.
best.
We're all family. We all work together. No, you're not a family. You're co-workers.
Let's not lose sight of what matters
The
most.
set when you start saying we're a family, that's when you start being unprofessional.
I know I'm being. Please tell me we have some
Fucking
more of
that
moss around. I need to
You know,
pick up my
that's one of the indicators of unprofessionalism that we see in modern Star Trek, and that really irks me. Okay, so now we pretend to camp overnight or something.
Really quick, Frosted Glass. Justice League was such a dumpster fire, no one could save it. Whedon's cut was awful. Then Snyder released his cut, and that was even worse. Whedon made it better, but he's not a miracle worker.
Right, I agree. Snyder gets way too much credit. I mean, you want to know how bad it is? Now, with his now that he conned Netflix into paying for Rebel Moon,
Lord.
He did a longer cut on purpose so he could release it later as a double dip. The air quote the Snyder cut is now a business model. That's what he's doing. And a bunch of other hack directors are going to
copy it.
I think we're in
go and
business
do the same thing.
The distress beacon's operational.
But
it actually
Rebel
works.
Moon was such shit.
Ugly and full of hacks.
I wouldn't know. I didn't watch it because, well, for one thing, I've got a psychic allergy to a 6-hour movie that, if played at regular speed, I could watch in an hour and 20 minutes.
None, unfortunately. We turn it on. it'll be out
So
there for
it
all
was
to see.
it was a
Red and full of
repurposed
Let's take
Star
position
Wars
by
film.
a few rules and make the Klingons come to us.
Well, yeah, it was based on his Star Wars concept that he pitched.
Dear God, what was the pitch? Because that was horrible.
Remember, they Klingons can be beaten.
I know the
Meet them with
Klingons can be
strength.
beaten.
Seize every opportunity. Give no quarter.
Oh, shut
Fight
up.
hard and fight to win.
Oh no, we're fighting to die. Come on, guy.
Oh no, we thought we'd fight to break even.
What the hell the point of the animal?
Check on last tips. They're hunting us.
Alright, I got a small question. Why did they roll it in a pack this damn deep?
What's that?
Why did they roll it in a pack this damn deep?
I got nothing.
We should get to high ground and try to hide. Catch them in rough terrain.
How am I going to get to this high ground if you won't let me get to the fucking high ground? Put a bunch of fucking invisible walls in my path, you assholes.
We gotta get to higher ground. You know, wouldn't it be tactically smart to
Get behind cover.
to
We'll be
force
here any
them into the valley and force them to fight inside the mud pits?
I see them.
Yep.
Wait for my signal.
And then again, why are they walking over the mud pits like it's nothing? When it hurt us.
Right. Oh, looks like it did get him.
Yeah, but in the cutscene, they were walking over the mud like it was nothing.
Oh, yeah. Cutscenes don't count. Didn't you get the memo?
My bad.
Keep up the pressure.
Rotncorpse. DC just needs to stick to animated movies with how they CGI to begin with. It might as well be animated anyway. Frosted Glass. Don't worry, if you've seen A New Hope or Seven Samurai, you've seen Rebel Moon. Yes. Frosted Glass, Rotncorpse. They could probably make a decent movies if they actually had a plan and didn't put the equivalent of a 13-year-old goth in charge. Yes.
Pretty much, yeah. That's why I don't like Tim Burton films.
It's not even that I'm so tired of connected universes. Cinematic universe shit.
Oh, get ready, because here it comes.
When the fuck did the Star Trek start using disruptors?
That was close.
Why are you standing up like
Start-
Get down.
Starfleet weapons do have a
a
disintegration setting. One of the higher kill settings on a phaser will disintegrate you.
Why did he stand up? Why did he stand up like an idiot?
Okay, now fall back to the cave
Homing in
again.
on our signal. Head toward the cave before they flank us.
How are they gonna? So many questions.
Keep moving. We'll dig out on the hillside by the rocks.
Look, they flanked us.
Why didn't they just attack the fucking cave if they?
Because the story has to happen.
Fall back to the cave. We can't let them reach Lorca.
We won't last long out here. Even
Oh,
if
fuck off.
Cave's gonna be our best option soon. The rest of
See,
you
we're
should be
trying to run
roll
back
out
to the
of
cave,
here.
so they hit us with a
Sound
bunch of
tactics.
cutscene bullshit.
I'll make sure you have the time you need. Keep the captain safe.
And that largely doesn't matter.
Family, but which one of you wants to die first? Fought for them and for the Federation.
Hey, remember the Shappa Shappa thingies from Star Trek Enterprise?
Why aren't they attacking them all at once? Again,
Because Klingons fight for honor, apparently.
Warriors dead, Andoria. It is better than they.
Look at these dumbass batleths, too. The redesigned batleths. They make no sense.
They don't.
They curve the wrong way because, look, we did it different.
Since you're back,
It's just that your brain needs a shower after this shit because it's really that bad.
We won't last long. I'll make sure.
Let's switch to my pistol now.
So now they're attacking.
Oh, what are you doing way up there? Get back. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I'm coming to revive you.
Rotncorpse. They keep trying to follow the Batman method, make it dark, and when he's only one like that. Rotncorpse, I hate unskippable cutscenes. Frosted Glass. Zack Snyder is Tim Burton trying to prove he's not gay. Dark tone and desaturated color palettes. But campy humor replaced with brooding and gore.
Oh, here we go.
They smell blood. They won't stop now.
Well, here we go. This is where we're going to get the biggest example of fake drama. Basically, they're telling you how to feel here.
Damn!
I know that look. What's wrong?
Kerwin had it.
What?
Kerwin had the remote detonator.
Make another one then.
No parts. We used everything we had.
Give me options, Commander.
Okay.
We're running a little short on those, Captain.
Can we shoot it to set it off?
No way. You'll just fry the whole package.
Okay, why didn't they give the detonator to the captain who would have to be in the cave?
Exactly.
Something with a tricorder, man.
Maybe? I don't know.
What the hell?
What are you doing?
Why are you talking to her like she's 18 feet away?
The only way has to
Yeah.
be done manually.
Wait!
Like
No.
they're like 5 feet away, and
No,
oh, we need a
you
communicator because.
Why haven't they hit any of these fucks? They're standing out in the open.
See, here you go with a forced drama.
Okay, wait a minute. Another pause. Why didn't she set it and run back?
Amna, where are you?
See, unconvincing. This acting is unconvincing.
Amna, tell me where you are.
Like 58 takes, and this is what we got.
Please. Come back.
Commander! We need to get moving.
No. No, I'm
Oh
not
God,
going
Jesus
without
Christ.
She's gone, Commander. On your feet, soldier. Do not let her sacrifice
It's
me in vain.
Cliche, 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 cliche.
All right, Mitch. I just think I put out three things that are totally fucking inconsistent. All right.
What?
All right. One. Why didn't she run back? Like she had time to set it and run. They were 5 fucking feet away. Why didn't she just run back?
It was already primed, but they needed the remote to detonate it. Kerwin had the remote for some reason.
And why they didn't give it to the captain?
And so she had to detonate it manually. They were working with limited supplies.
No. Like if you look at the cutscene itself, it has time to. She primes it. It gets ready to blow, but she had time to at least attempt to run back. She doesn't do this. She stayed there. Secondly, why are they talking like they with the communicators when they're like 5 feet away? Again, she's.
I got
5
nothing,
feet.
man.
And then why haven't the Cleons hit any of them? They're fucking out. They're not even in cover at this
What's that?
point. The Cleons. Why didn't they hit any of them? They're not in cover. They're fucking talking over the poker.
How far away are you going? Further away from your mic?
No, sorry, my bad. Closer.
Okay, because I'm like the deeper you got into it, the further away you sounded. I'm like, what the? He's yelling while going off to work or something.
No, again, this makes no fucking sense.
Oh, none of it does. And so yeah, we're right here taking cover, right here,
yes.
where I am now.
The explosive was right here.
Wait, stay right there. Stay right there.
Okay.
Stay right there. Okay, I'm gonna go back over here because it'll tell us how far apart we are. Which one are you? 9.4 meters apart. we had to use the communicator to talk to each other. Okay, whatever.
Okay, another question. If the explosive was that big that it detonates this whole X section, shouldn't we have gotten at least some rubble or damage too? She should.
Yeah, you would think so.
Again, she had plenty of time. All right.
Okay. One thing I will say here. I will point out that they do have tricorders, so they could have scanned for the structural stability of the cave and set the explosive accordingly.
Okay.
So I mean that's a reasonable assumption, I think, when it comes to the Star Trek. But no, instead of explaining any of this stuff, instead we're gonna pretend that people should care about this completely perfunctory romance. And now we're gonna melt the back wall, where somehow the Klingons can't get to the other side of the mountain. And if you notice, from one side to the other, it ain't that far.
Wouldn't it have been smart to do this before they got attacked? That way we could fight and retreat. We're not.
Possibly.
All right, Mitch. I'm going to be honest with you. I play a lot of strategy games, and I read a shit ton of like war stories, like old school war stories. I'm talking about they're using bows and arrow type war stories, and one of the main tactics they always say, always guard your retreat.
Yep.
Like, always have an exit plan. Like, never fight in a situation where you can't retreat, because you never know when it goes tits up.
Right. Never allow yourself to be cornered.
Exactly. And in this situation, all you had to do was have somebody melt the ice wall, and you could have made a fighting retreat. Force them to come to you in this narrow passageway, limited in their numbers, and giving you better shots.
Right. There was no reason to exit the cave just to go punch Klingons.
Yes, there was no reason. There was no reason to do that. There was no reason.
Tactically, it makes no sense.
Yes.
They should have burned. They should have burned through the ice wall. Come out to this side. Wait till their tricorders let them know that there are Klingons in the cave, and then blow the cave.
And that's another thing. They should have never given it to Kerwin. It should have been with the captain. He should have held on to it.
This is incompetent command, is what this is. Someone would have been court-martialed here.
Somebody should be court-martialed here.
Yep.
It'll take a while for the Klingons to make it through the rockfall. Let's make sure we're ready when they do.
Shut up.
Dead end. Give me options, people.
Magic.
Photon grenades. Breaking through.
Klingons don't give up the chase easily.
Let them come. I'll take as many of them with me as I can.
Oh, just die. Let her die.
Lorca here?
Yeah, she left it there.
Thought we'd lost you.
Not from lack of trying. My people and I need immediate extraction.
Ask and ye shall receive, Captain.
Why didn't the Klingons attack that vessel? I would like
sometime later. After a while, in other words.
Personal log. Commander Ellen Landry. She's been gone for months.
Don't care.
Every day I'm reminded of her.
We're supposed to feel something for that?
I even have her job now. Chief of Security. I took it to honor her.
Wait a minute.
To continue her work.
I don't know, man.
People safe.
I don't know. I don't know if she took a downgrade in her position or what.
Recovered from his injuries.
I got one better for you.
His eyes don't handle the light very well.
I got one better for you.
Like me.
Who would give her that position?
Forge is on.
With her, what ship counselor would okay this?
They've taken so
I don't know that they had ship counselors then.
For me.
I'm pretty sure they should have had somebody doing, mental checks on that fucking crew.
Well, yeah, usually the CMO, I think, filled that role at this stage.
For a little payback.
Which, honestly, I'd rather have a... We're supposed to feel something here, right? Nothing. But it's a cliche love story that leads to a cliche revenge story, and whatever. I just can't care.
There's a lot to be learned from what happened on that moon.
There's nothing there to give a damn about.
Rula's willingness to sacrifice large numbers of her forces to get what she wants comes to mind.
This was
You know,
terrible.
this is what I mean by bad writing. Because that's exactly what it is. It is absolutely bad writing. It is, it's also what I mean by if you're going to be a game, be a game.
Mm-hmm.
Decide to be a game and not be a, hey, Kefk invaded my chat too.
Oh no!
And then disappeared. Beta-Ruga.
Beta-Ruga.
What was I saying? Yeah, you got to decide if you're going to be an animated piece of shit interactive cartoon, or are you going to be a fucking game? And I suggest you choose game, because you suck at writing for anything that involves serious character development and portrayals of yada yada. Let's find another thing to do that's not this. I want to get out of the Discovery stuff. I just finished with the Jula shit. And then I still got Discovery shit with the next bit, which is the Klingon Civil War. Oh, God.
Why don't you pick, Mitch?
All right. I'm gonna don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Don't want to. Let's see. I don't want to do any of the episodes. I'm burnt out on them at the moment. I have an idea though.
Okay.
Let's. I'm gonna return. Oh God, my map is super zoomed in.
Let me read chat.
Right on.
Where am I? Unskippable cutscenes. Rotncorpse. Frosted Glass to Rotncorpse. The DCEU was even too dark for Batman, though. They turned a hero into a serial killer. Rotncorpse. Tim Burton just wants Johnny Depp to rail his wife while wearing some gothic-esque clothes. Rotncorpse. They also make it dark, so they can hide the mistakes easier. Then claim it's so great. Frosted Glass. Burton hasn't made anything decent since the 90s. All he does is Johnny Depp, Hellcat Carter, and that shitty Danny Elfman soundtrack. Same thing over and over. Rotncorpse. That doesn't make me wrong, Frosted. I think Burton wants Depp to be a bull so he can be cucked. Frosted Glass at Rotncorpse. I wasn't disagreeing. It was more of a concurrence. Rotncorpse. And I'll still say Snyder's Dawn of the Dead was okay, but the original it's just better. Frosted Glass. The only thing Snyder can make anything decent is when he's copying it directly from a graphic novel. Frosted Glass again. The captain looks like the love child of Jason Isaacs and Alex Baldwin. Rotncorpse. That's some 14-year-old girl's fanfiction story. Frosted Glass. The quality of the graphics, writing, and acting makes this look like a game for the original Xbox.
See, when it comes to Snyder, he's competent in certain situations.
Want to do the
and he's also lucky in certain situations. Specifically, Watchmen. He was very lucky with Watchmen because that team and the dynamics and whatnot through there hadn't hit the same cultural zeitgeist as like the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
So he could fuck that up left, up, down, and sideways. But if you never read Watchmen, you didn't even know it was fucked up. So you went away enjoying the product. I didn't read Watchmen. Still haven't, because what's his face is a putz.
Alan Moore.
Yeah. Well, he's a proud communist, so fuck him.
Yeah.
But that's where Snyder gets lucky. Meanwhile, with Tim Burton, look at what he's done to Alice in Wonderland, Dark Shadows, and Willy Wonka. That man should not be touching established properties.
No, look what he did to Planet of the Apes, the
Yes.
Mark Wahlberg one.
Yeah.
That was a travesty.
Yes, it was.
And
now, but now he's they're going to do Beetlejuice, the sequel to Beetlejuice. You know.
Oh God.
And I saw the trailer, and all I can see is former moody teenager Winona Ryder in film with new moody teenager Jenna Ortega, and look, there's Beetlejuice again. Oh, and we're gonna remind you that we use that "Daylight Come and We Want to Go Home" song. Oh, and there's what's her face from the other movie, and what's his name from the first movie too.
Well, they can't
And-
get everybody.
No, not anymore. But
they can't
my issue is the first movie was about a moody a teenage girl, and I think this one's just going to be about a moody teenage girl. And I kind of feel bad that Jenna Ortega is stuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect this movie is going to it already has a lot of attention, a lot of people looking forward to it, and I think a lot of people are going to come away disappointed.
I think Hollywood is bankrupt. Like they haven't had an original idea in a hot minute. Everything is a reimagining and a remake, and or a sequel to an established property. I don't need Beetlejuice was perfect the way it was. You know, we don't need a sequel to that movie. We don't need a sequel to half the old movies that got new sequels. We don't. It's the property is the iron is so fucking cold. It's Arctic. Now, if they gave us a sequel when the property was hot, but they gave us 90s and gave us the sequel, it probably would do well. You're doing it now, it's not going to do well.
Right.
It's going to come off insulting and it's going to suck.
Yes. Okay, I figured out one to do.
Okay.
It's an episode, Delta Quadrant, because I avoid it. So let's do some of that.
Okay.
Let's do the episode Revelations.
Crap. I have to... Gotta go through the whole stupid-ass mess.
Okay.
Do the first mission. Sorry.
No, that's all right. What's... No, not New Romulus.
Escalation.
Because that New Romulus is a... that episode arc is basically run and fetch.
While you're looking for one, I will read my chat again.
No, I don't want to do escalation. I don't want to do Mindscape because they're just,
All right. Okay.
Let's see. Yesterday's war.
Rotncorpse. Honestly, RuneScape has better story mission writing. Brand Ryder. Just dropping to say Joel on True to you. Rotncorpse. The trailer doesn't look terrible, but it's not looking great. Yeah. Frosty Glass. It's pretty funny that the commie Alan Moore is pissed because the character who's supposed to be evil right-winger is the only one who's actually likable and people root for him. Yup. Frosty
What was
Glass.
that?
It's pretty funny that the commie Alan Moore is pissed because the character who's supposed to be the evil right-winger is the only one who is actually likable and people root for him. I believe he's talking about Ozymandias. Rorschach?
I think he's talking about Rorschach. Because Rorschach was the character everyone liked.
I think Ozymandias was right.
Well, Captain Happy Face. Who was that guy?
Rorschach. Yeah, that's what Frost said. Yeah, Rorschach.
No, the guy with the smiley face button.
Are you talking about
The not Captain America guy.
I forget who you're talking about.
He was thrown out the window at the
comedian.
beginning. I can't. The comedian.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember that guy's name because he was well, I don't know if he was lefty or righty or not.
What up, Lisa?
But he wasn't. Here, let's go do a system patrol.
All right. Let me finish reading it. Where was I? Frosted Glass again. The trailer told us absolutely nothing. It looks 100% member bodies and nothing else. Rotncorpse.
Yes.
The moody teenage girl was more of a side story in the original. It was the original house occupants coming to terms with their death and accepting their new house owners. Yes, it was. Frosted Glass. I will say Burton's best movie is Ed Wood. Lisa. Hey Lisa. Frosted Glass again. Rorschach, yeah. Frosted Glass again. The comedian, I think. Lisa, the comedian. The comedian felt more of an anarchist. And I'm caught up.
Yeah.
I like it when I'm caught up.
And I'm follow me
Right.
in the game. I'm heading to Beta Thoradar, where we can we can go in there and punch 5 waves of Klingons. Which is one of the what do you call Azure Sector system patrols.
Okay.
And they're not bad. They're a lot of them are very much the same.
Mm-hmm.
It just one has Tal Shiar, one has Gorn, one has Nausicaans, one has Klingons, one has who are those hunter assholes from Voyager?
Herosian?
Yeah. Oh, something else too. There's and Tholians, that another one.
Goddamn Tholians.
But with those, when they have a daily endeavor thing that says blow up 5 Tholian ships, it's good to know that you could just head to the Archer system and do that without having to launch into a big old episode or find some crazy ass adventure zone and hope that Tholians show up.
Okay. One of these days, my ship will get faster.
There are ways to do that. If I could ever get that damn bridge officer. What the hell happened?
What?
Oh, it threw me in. Hang on, I got to get out of it.
Frosted Glass. The comedian just seemed to do whatever he felt like rather than having a real ideology. Frosted Glass. So you guys going back to Hoth or what? No, we're not going back to Hoth.
Not if I can help it. My God. For one thing, the bright white, even in a video game, is getting weird on my eyes these days. Sometimes, even if I'm parked right next to a sun.
You know what always amazed me is that...
What's that?
All right, so I get that every planet has, its unique features. But why is it always that the snow or stuff looks the fucking same? Why can't we have black snow? Or why can't we have, green snow? Make the planets radically different.
Well, I've got 2 things to say on that.
Okay, go right ahead.
One is, if it's a Class M planet, it's going to look very much like what we know.
Class P planet, she said.
What?
She said it was a Class P. God damn it!
I know.
Shooting you.
Well, yeah, I'm with you on that. The Class P thing, that we should have had we should have had differences in the environment, and not just with big scorpions and hairy dogs and giant bugs. It should have been more stuff than that, and giant worms. But there's that, and there's another wonderful thing. I think you're right. if we're in a different environment, then yeah, why does the snow always have to be water based?
Mm-hmm. Ready?
Or why does it? Yeah, going in. Or why does it always have to? Why isn't there ever any heavy iron content, which would turn the snow orange as it oxidizes?
Okay, there you are.
Whoops. So, getting my fighters out and locking them down. Because I don't want to fight with my fighters here. Not necessarily, anyway.
Mm-hmm. I love heavy cannons.
They can be quite fun.
Yes.
Especially in a zippy ship like that.
Mm-hmm.
I should, I'm tempted to go outfit my Defiant class, the Vorties.
Go ahead. Blow
I
shit
should.
up.
I think I will. Now I let my fighters out.
But in our solar system, again, there's no proof that this is true, but they theorize that Jupiter rains diamonds. Like, why can't we have cool shit like that in Star Trek?
Well, for one thing, you couldn't visit the planet because the pressures required to make diamonds would be
enormous,
enough to kill you.
But I'm just saying, have radically different, like most of the planets we go are fairly homogeneous, with some exceptions.
Yeah.
If you go to a Kronos, it's fairly the same as fucking Earth.
Right. Well, like I said, that's one of the reasons they always visit Class M planets is because it's cheaper on the budget. I mean, that's the behind-the-scenes excuse or reason. And usually I'm pretty good with that. But yeah, sometimes, we do get the occasional green sky. We do get the occasional off-colored rock formations. Instead of, brown or okay. Instead of brown or, standard brown or gray. Coming at me from too many directions and getting on my nerves. Spaceships. There. Alright, now I'm going to head back to Earth Space Dock to go pick up the Defiant. Or the Vorties.
Alright, I'll read my chat again. Rotncorpse. I do give Burton a little credit for keeping goth chicks around. Yes, he does. Rotncorpse. Should have given her the Class D planet. LOL. Frosted Glass. Disney tried to give us brown snow, but the dwarves were MIA.
Is that Maddy joining us?
Yep, it'd be me.
Hey, Maddy.
Hey, Maddy.
Groovy. I'm gonna break wind. Oh yeah,
God.
There we go.
Frosted Glass. One science fiction trope that's kind of annoying is planets with only one climate. It's always snow. It's always deserts. It's always forest, etc. Also, the idea of a whole planet under one government is ridiculous. Well, no, not unless it's a dictatorship, of course. That's not entirely. Like, again, if the civilization is like a hive mind, it would be one central government in a sense, not a dictatorship. It's hive mind.
Well, it's just as bad as the monoculture.
Yes.
The Klingons are all warriors. The Ferengi are all greedy. The Romulans are all duplicitous. The Cardassians are all Nazis. The Bajorans are all religious. It's just, it's we have other types of fuck you, movie. Well, just because if we're going to assume that these people are people like us, and I don't mean that look like us, but that they're people, there's going to be a hugely
where the Cleon writers?
There's going to be a hugely diverse array of people type characteristics.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And when they stop paying attention to that fact, it just gets a little aggravating.
Wait a minute. Lisa, aliens from the planet Low Budget, Rotncorpse.
Yes.
So all the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. Frosted glass.
Yep.
High math don't count. I'm talking about normal intelligent species.
Oh.
Yeah. What's new, Maddy?
Hey, nothing much. I just came back from my new, my latest infusion of super soldier serum. Still don't feel any different, so I think I'm being gypped still. But other than that,
You must have gotten the decaffeinated version.
I got you. They keep giving me the wrong stuff. I don't got no X-ray vision. I ain't got no telescopic vision. I ain't got no heat vision. I can't fly. I can't control the weather. I'm getting gypped all the way around here.
That's a bullshit.
Yeah, I know, right?
Goddamn government stiffing you.
Oh yeah, now you're in the Sol system.
Yeah, I guess I'll warp back.
I went out to look for you and found you too late.
And, yesterday I stood out in my front yard and tried to see if I could have speed running, like I gained the speed force or something. The only thing I got was frostbite. I mean,
Well,
it's chilly out there.
Well, at least you don't got cold resistance, so maybe you got heat resistance. Never know.
Yep.
Follow me again, because I'm going to hit the Kinger system, where we might be able to pull up a bunch of loot, especially if I'm in this ship. Uh-oh. Got to fix that.
There we are.
So today on Twitter, I learned that when you tell somebody they need to develop a thick skin, all of a sudden you're a victim blamer.
Yeah, I saw that. My God, that was stupid discussion.
I find all kinds of interesting things about myself from people that don't agree with me.
Yeah.
I have a small question. Just a small question. Why are you blaming the
What?
victims?
I don't know.
You're a monster.
Clearly.
Oh, man. These people are stupid.
Oh man, the last thing she tried to tell me was that because I was telling you to grow a thick skin. What exactly did she say? Right. Growing a thick skin so it doesn't affect you is the same thing as accepting it. No, growing a thick skin is a coping mechanism so it doesn't get to you.
And you don't even have to... It's incredible. You know what a thick skin is? What it really is?
What?
It's the ability to decide that you don't care what someone says.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all it is. But these people, because they're professional victims, they can't make that decision for themselves. They have to wait for someone else to decide for them. And that is actually a pattern of their behavior, waiting for someone else to make those decisions.
Yep, because it's like I responded to her and I said, no, it's not. It's a coping mechanism. We don't live in a perfect world where people are courteous with critiques and ask permission. We live in a world where vapid and jealous people live, and we need to learn coping mechanisms so we don't end up having nervous breakdowns.
God damn it, it kicked me.
Yep. Are we both in here?
No, I got kicked. Hopping in again.
Oh, okay.
Let me read my chat really quick. Front glass to Rotncorpse. You need to get down on your knees. Rotncorpse, you're not my type, Frosted Glass. I mean, imagine Earth government that would that be acceptable both to Americans and the Middle Easterns. It wouldn't happen without conquering or making a dystopia. Yes, I agree.
Yep.
Rotncorpse. Don't forget the personal idiocy of equating criticism to SA victims straight into her head. Maddy, I gotta add you as a mod. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, Rotten. It's the same. That's the same girl. That's the same girl. And the second time she did something that was a straw man, I asked her if she was feeding her straw man steroids.
Yeah.
Mod standard.
Yeah, they're basically all Kathy Newman saying, so what you're saying is...
There you go.
Like, if she went from, critiquing his violence to asking me if I tell SA victims to stay at home, and I'm like, I am an SA victim? It's like, the hell? That was a chasmic leap. Like, she saw the chasm and went, I'm gonna jump that shit.
Everything is not.
Green to join in, but he did.
I hate people. There, I said it.
I hate some people.
It's like, a fair assessment.
Yeah, and it all started with her going, well, nobody invited you. Nobody invites anybody to anything. The whole thing started out with, it's a public forum.
Well, technically, I'll argue that making a statement publicly and regardless of the method of doing so invites criticism.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Well, it invites agreement too.
Yeah.
If I go outside dressed like a clown and people say Justin looks ridiculous, well, I should have stayed in the fucking house dressed like a clown.
Yeah.
But they just don't get it.
Rotncorpse, Maddy finds idiots like Kiever finds people who don't understand the Rittenhouse trial.
I think they're the same people.
Probably in the same group. And it all started with me quote tweeting this author who got upset from this TikTok person literally being vapid about her author bio. And all I said in the quote tweet was, when you publish or post anything, you set yourself up for critique. This is why you need a thick skin as a writer. I would have seen that and made notes for next time.
Green diplomacy at its
finest. And their response, you're a sex rapist. Shut up. Grow the fuck up.
Again, they can't handle criticism, so they try to deflect and deflate.
Well, of course. I recently had a discussion. Well, I tried to have a discussion because there's all that talk about artificial intelligence. It's like a topic now. And whoops, there we go.
The Birmingham is ready for action.
What happened? The topic of using AI in games was raised. And I'm like, it brings up some interest. The game developer said we're not going to do it. But I'm like, okay, but that brings up some interesting questions. No, the game developer said they're not going to replace people with AI. So I brought up... Go on.
I was going to say, alright, in certain games, so like I said, I play a lot of strategy games and a lot of space sims. An AI in a space sim where you have would be amazing. Like Galactic Civilizations. Having a dynamic AI where you never know what you're truly dealing with when you play that game. Even if you have the same species, if you will, that you're playing against, you can have the AI be gentle and forgiving, or you can have a murderous AI. That would be amazing. It also would make dialogue fantastic because it would make up, you attacked my vessel. Well, god damn it, I'm gonna destroy your home world, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
It would make things far more interesting. AI and
might.
But
I said it might, yeah.
AI and say a game, single player, fucking sports game. Maybe.
Right. But I'm like, that raises in that thread. I'm like, that raises some interesting questions. Should we use AI to for bug detection or finding errors in the code and things like that. Essentially, I wrote 6 questions, 4 of which were of the should we nature, and 2 of which were more of the technical technical practicability, practicability, whatever. 2 of them were of the is it technically practical at this time nature, and one of the philosophical questions I posed was what kind of negative consequences can we foresee should we implement AI? To find bugs and potentially fix bugs, and to test for bugs before product update goes live. Okay. Now I proposed two scenarios with about the unforeseen consequences. An executive producer type wanting to make his quarterly/yearly bonus, so fuck it, let the AI do it. And there was another one too, but it was along those same lines where it's not the AI that gets corrupted, but the people using it get corrupted.
AI can only do what you program it to do.
But here's the thing though. So 4 of my 6 questions, and the 2 scenarios I painted in answering one of those questions were all philosophical. They were should we questions instead of can we questions. But everyone who responded was so stuck in their own heads, basically huffing their own warp plasma, if you will, that they never addressed anything of a philosophical nature. Their position was largely AI can't do that. And I'm like, yeah, can't do it yet.
Yep.
You know, and it wasn't a question of what can AI do. I never asked, what can AI do? And they refused to acknowledge that my questions were largely philosophical in nature.
That's because they can't recognize. I don't think a lot of people can recognize when people are trying to be philosophical.
No, even when I pointed it out to them, I'm like, look, I'll make it simple for you. There's a distinct difference between the two, or the following 2 questions. Can we implement a death penalty? Should we implement a death penalty?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that has nothing to do with it. It's fucking morons. Then someone else, actually, after I'm explaining, no, I'm asking the philosophical questions. And someone else responded with, philosophy doesn't write code, champ. What? So I wrote, to that guy I wrote back, non sequitur, ace. Because I'm a diplomat.
Well, I was a bit of one today, and then somebody just responded to the chick in a very diplomatic way, or at least a smart-ass way towards the end of the reply, because he went, here's a wonderful idea. Perhaps you should consider the following. If you do not want to be criticized for what you post, either restrict who can reply or make your account private. Otherwise, you're complaining that your publicly posted tweet received attention from the public.
Yeah, basically. You know, that's one of the reasons I almost don't delete any tweet ever.
Yeah.
And it's because if I'm wrong, I want to be proved wrong, and I want the world to see that I can take being proved wrong. There was one recently where someone pointed out that my satire meter was broken. And I'm like, yep, looks like it. Didn't delete my tweet, because fuck it, why bother?
I don't delete tweets and I don't block people.
I do delete tweets when I discover that I've done a horrible misspelling kind of thing.
somebody pointed out earlier in the discussion that I used the wrong "your," and so and so I said something to the effect of, damn it, swipe, and my lack of proofreading.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
There you are. I'd come out of that the Kindred system, and you were just
Where the hell? Why am I all the way over here?
Tyr, I'm curious about something now. Go to the Dyson Sphere Gateway, would you?
I was like, I listened to the TikTok that the lady is mad about, and the lady basically read out an entire, basically run-on sentence that included the awards she won and her family and what they do as a hobby, and she said, "This is an indicator of what's going to be in the book, and I'm not going to even give the book a chance then." So you're basically doing the one thing you're not supposed to do, which is base a book by its cover?
Yeah. Exactly. Did you find it?
Yeah. Or maybe the author just wanted to, when they were first doing it, put their bio like, why even go at it? It's just a bio. Who cares?
Yep.
Like, again, it's a big difference between a tweet. I'm not trying to sound perfect in a tweet. I make horrible mistakes. I forget words. But if I'm writing something, I'm pretty much trying to make it presentable.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
I mean, my whole thing about bios is the bio on the jacket of a book can only be so long. So you got to cram so much information in such a little space.
Yes.
Yep.
That is not any indicator of the story that is being told within the novel pages in between the covers, because that can be as long as the author wants it to be, depending on how brief they want to write or how much detail they want to put in the storytelling.
Yes.
True, but those bios do tell you things.
Yeah.
For example, Al Rivera, a former lead developer on Star Trek Online, who is now left and made his way to DC Universe Online, so he can fuck that game up too. There are clues, because I read he uploaded, or either he or someone else uploaded a bio, but I'm sure he wrote the bio to be uploaded for the players of DC Universe Online. And he actually wrote this as like a bullet point. There were bullet points on there. He wrote, "Architected new game systems." And it shows in Star Trek Online, honestly, because a lot of them are fucked up. And one of the reasons they're fucked up is because we have a guy who thinks that architected is a word.
Yeah.
Architect is not a verb, it is a noun. What he meant to say, but he wants to sound special and flashy. You know, basically he's one of these assholes who's trying to be fancy.
Yeah.
He's trying to be fancy.
All right.
Where did you
go? I'm right behind you. To be fair, we have. I'm going to use the Stephen Fry. Where'd you go? Which one did you go to? The mission? Or
the what?
Travel the Delta Quadrant.
You lost me.
No, it says you disappeared.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, there you are. To be fair, I'm going to use the Stephen Fry words. We've been tabling, we've been chairing, and we tabled something, we chaired something. So architected, I'm not that bent out of shape about it.
Well, when you table something, what are you doing?
You're putting it on hold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where does the idiom come from?
Putting something on the table, or
like I've got this thing in my hand that needs addressing right now, but I'm going to put it on the table for now and go do something else. I'm going to set it down and come back to it later.
Yes.
The equivalent of putting a pin in it.
Yeah, well, basically we tabled the discussion.
Yes.
So that makes sense.
Or that wonderful phrase that we learned from Saki. We'll come back around to it.
We'll circle back.
Circle back.
Yeah.
Circle back, Saki.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, Tyr, can you get to the Delta Quadrant yet?
Yes, I can travel the Delta Quadrant.
Okay, let's go there.
Yeah,
but The word architected doesn't work because we already have a word for that as a concept. It's called designed.
Yeah.
True.
And I'm sorry, but if you're too good to use the word designed, you're a fucking showboat. It turns out that Al Rivera is also the person responsible in Star Trek Online for most of the budget going to voice acting instead of, game design.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or game development.
Beam to the Delta Quadrant Command.
What's that?
It's saying return to Beta Quadrant, beam to Delta Quadrant Command.
Oh, God, you can't just come out in the Delta Quadrant?
Apparently I can't.
Shit.
Warp to sector? Leave system? Let's see.
Enter the sphere. Yeah, see, if I enter it from the Delta Quadrant, I get beamed to Delta Command, exit Janolan Dyson Sphere, and return to the Beta Quadrant.
I think I'm in the Delta. Let me see. Because I'm in the Alcer system.
Hit the M button and let me know what the map looks like. Is it one long strip?
Yep, it's one long strip.
Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, I see you now. Now you see the Kabali system? No, not the Kabali system. To the northeast of our position, there's the Argala system.
See it.
Let's go there.
Heading there.
That's a system patrol where when you get a new ship,
mm-hmm.
you want to go run that mission because you get with the newer ships you get God, what are they called? I got to look it up now.
Let me read my chat.
Mastery unlocks.
Okay.
As basically your ship levels a little bit.
Let me read chats. Maddy's House of Geek. Yeah, that's the same chick. Maddy, Rotncorpse. Maddy finds idiots like Key finds people that understand the Rittenhouse trial. Frothy Glass. Rotncorpse. To be fair, there are probably 5 people left who actually understand the Rittenhouse trial. Lisa, I suppose you could call thick skin emotional scar tissue. You get that from healing. Maddy. Yes, you could, Lisa. Lisa, hey Maddy, nice to meet you. I've only heard you by word of your GoFundMe so far. Rotten Corpse. I've been seeing idiots promoting gun control. White people is evil. Maddy. Oh, hello Lisa. Nice to meet you too. Rotten Corpse. That might be an overestimation, Frothy Glass. If they make AI hunt down bugs, I will be very disappointed if they don't name it Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd.
Frothy Glass. Anyone who sees Jurassic Park knows the difference between could and should. Yes.
Yeah.
Rotten Corpse. Kind of like our discussion about using cloning for medical and other research. It was a philosophical and moral discussion, not if we can technically do it. Frosted Glass. I also keep all the tweets where I'm proven wrong. Unfortunately, that hard drive was bleeding and smashed with a hammer in a freak accident. Rotten Corpse. I miss words because my dumb hands can't move as fast as my brain, and my brain will sometimes add the words when I proofread it.
Yep.
I do that too. Maddy's.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
My brain is the opposite of that. I see the words that are not there, so even if I proofread, I still see the words. Rotten Corpse. I completely photosynthesize with you guys, Mitch. I love when it does that.
What?
So, all right. The backstory of this joke is that you know Jack Gunsky is. Jack Gunsky got pissed that they were using Kafka-esque a lot on a Quippers episode. So he said the next person that uses Kafka-esque, he was going to shoot him. Rotten goes, I wish I was there because I would say I totally photosynthesized with you.
Oh, God.
Frosted Glass. I architected a Christmas ornament with popsicle sticks in elementary school.
Oh,
man.
God. People that don't understand how Gambit shit works.
Oh, God, no, don't. Oh, Jesus Christ.
They're
Why?
automatically assuming that because he charges the claws, they're going to explode. No, that's not the way it works. He controls the strength and the intensity of his charge when he charges something. The
Yep.
only reason we keep seeing things explode is because he likes explosions.
I want to know why the hell Magneto can touch Rose.
He's your typical dude. The bigger the boom, the better. He likes it.
Oh, we're in different instances.
We are?
Yeah, I don't think we can team up in this instance. Or in this... anyway, let's blow...
Let's blow shit up anyway.
Yeah, what you said.
Again,
I not only totally rose to somebody's challenge this morning, but I got my first accolade and screen cap retweet.
You did?
I'm so proud of myself. I am so proud of myself because somebody challenged us to critique Korra without comparing her to Aang and all this other bullcrap. Oh, here it is. It says, okay, I got a challenge for folks who aren't Korra fans. Shouldn't be hard. Name a genuine critique of the show or of Korra herself without doing the following. Comparing her to Aang or TLA as the series, attacking folks who like Korra, resorting to insults, or nitpicking. Real critique. So, I quote tweeted.
She's spoiled.
Challenge... Here we go. Challenge accepted. I am taking into consideration that the creators didn't know if it would be picked up for more seasons. So here I go. I'm going to get this thing. Number 1. Sheltered to an extreme. I realized she needed training and received it. I did not agree with the sheltering her to the point where she did not know how to handle social situations, leaving her stunted in the interactions department. This is not good for anyone. Number 2. Too headstrong. In all the episodes, she's written as a brash, headstrong, and unwilling to listen to anyone. These are not likable qualities. They had her learning the same lessons about this in each season when they could have had her learn new ones each time. Number 3. I am the Avatar. The writing showed us that she believed she was nothing if she could not be the Avatar. This was poor and lazy writing that showcased my first point about the dangers of being sheltered. She was not raised to be her own person. Number 4. She's water, but uses fire. Throughout the show, she's shown to rely more on fire than her core element, water. Though the fire reflected her brash and short-tempered nature, having her use the opposite element more often showed an inability to be malleable. Number 5. I'm gonna get close. All she did in fights was use her bending to get close to her opponent so she could hit them. This showed lack of thought and variety in her fighting. Once her enemy knew what she was doing, she would get her ass beat. Number 6. The relationships. Her team felt more like dating prospects and people she could manipulate into a relationship. Though they had moments of fighting like a team, they never truly felt like one. 7. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. The enemies all embody some aspect of the saying above. Though they were written pretty well, they seemed repetitive in their underlying themes. Done. Don't challenge me, because I will rise to that challenge.
But that challenge included the word nitpicking, and they'll just throw that back at you. Yeah. Or at least they're able to, because that's... Nitpicking is part of it.
Maddy, I got a chance for doing it in rhyme.
You got what?
Maddy.
What?
Say you rise to the character, do it again, but do it in rhyme. Do it in a rhyme scheme.
Separate them and whittle down their numbers.
Do what, huh?
Do the same thing you did without bringing in Avatar or Aang, but do it in a rhyming scheme.
Oh Lord, that would take me a couple of days.
you said you'll rise to any challenge.
Yep. Oh, that would take me a couple of days to put together. Because, I mean, he just like, no nitpicking. The problem is you cannot do a critique, a true objective critique without really nitpicking.
Right.
Because you have to provide examples of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But
or,
you can't do it.
We like to say the details matter.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do it without bringing up Aang because the show makes the comparison itself. It is the sequel series. That you have to compare to he's the previous Avatar. You have to compare the two.
To me, it's like you cannot compare Aang to Korra. You can't compare the two seasons because the second season when they came up with, you know, Korra's story, when they came up with the first book, they didn't know if it was going to get picked up. So they could actually tell a story with an underlying arc like Aang's story with Ozai. Which is why you get 3 seasons of 3 different bad guys. Okay? Second of all, you can't compare Aang to Korra because Aang had to search for and fight and in some instances convince people, you know, to train him because they couldn't believe that a 12-year-old was the Avatar.
112-year-old.
But, you know, as soon as Korra was able to walk and talk, she was like firing 3 different elements everywhere going, I'm the Avatar, deal with it! So she was raised, sheltered, with trainers at the ready, and not allowed to go anywhere for fear that she would be in danger. So to me, that's the main reason you can't compare the two. She was sheltered with trainers at the ready, Aang was not. And the other thing people keep saying on Twitter is, oh, well, Korra could kick Aang's butt. Well, if Korra was 17 and Aang was 12, I could see it. But if Aang was 17 and Korra was 17, I'm sorry, Aang would wipe the floor with her ass.
Yes.
Because this is the kid that at the age of 12 mastered airbending. The one element that she never got the hang of.
Thanks to modern education, most kids at the age of 12 can't master air breathing.
Right. Frosted Glass. Heard about that next Netflix Avatar movie. Kind of weird, basing a series off an M. Night Shyamalan movie. I've watched 1 episode of the series. I was not impressed. They didn't base it. I really wasn't. They didn't base it off the movie. The problem with the M. Night Shyamalan movie is Mr. Shyamalama Ding Dong, as I like to call him, asked the showrunners for Atla if he could have the rights to, you know, just to make the movie, and they told him no, that they could not use any likenesses, they could not use the names, nothing. They didn't have any rights to anything to make a live action the last Airbender movie. So he went forward to make the movie, trying to avoid copyright issues because he was not allowed to use anything from the original source. I, being told no, would have went, okay, let's come up with another movie.
Yep.
Yes, let's retool.
Let's go look at some other spec scripts.
Yeah, well, let's retool it to be its own property.
Yeah.
I mean, again, if this was a original IP, the movie might have been good.
Well, it's like my kid watched the movie and he came home and he said, Mom, you watched like the whole thing of Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Watch the movie, it'll piss you off. That's exactly what he said.
Alright, so
I said, give me one example as to why I won't or wouldn't like the movie. He goes, because you'd have to sit through the entire movie hearing them call Aang Ong. Do what? Yeah, because they couldn't say Aang because of copyright problem. Oh, that would have annoyed me to no end. He goes, yeah, that's why I'm telling you not to watch the movie.
Alright, I got one for you that it's not as much. So I'm a big Monster Hunter fan. Like, I played every game. And when they made the Monster Hunter live action movie, it pissed me off. Monster Hunter is not an isekai story. There are so many stories within Monster Hunter that you could do that don't require you to bring in modern humans and bring the monsters to the modern human world. If this was a different IP, if this was like SEAL Team 6 and they had monster hunting, you know, similar monsters, but not quite, it'd have probably been a decent movie. But you attach Monster Hunter to the title and now it sucks. You know, you try to bring in fans to both of your movies by making a name without. Fuck! God damn it!
It's like we saw. It's like after Shamalama Ding Dong's version of the Airbender. That's when we started seeing a pattern forming in Hollywood. Like, okay, Paramount now has Star Trek, but in order for us to do Star Trek, it has to be 25% different. In other words, you're gonna take 25% and screw it up.
Well, yeah, that was. I don't know that it was. I don't think that was a hard and fast rule.
No, but I mean
If I
that's
remember
pretty
correctly.
much-
But essentially, they wanted to. J.J. Abrams wanted to have absolute control over Star Trek, so he made an arrangement where no more of the original toys would get made.
Oh.
But for example, but all of the Abrams verse stuff would start, phasing it out, replacing it.
What?
And well, we know how that worked. And just like what he did with Star Wars. I mean, he didn't do the exact same thing with Star Wars, but there was a similar thing with Star Wars where none of the let's call them beta properties.
Okay.
None of the merchandise. That's the word.
Yeah.
None of the merchandise would sell because no one fucking wanted it.
No, it's like in regards to Star Wars in J.J. Abrams. I don't like J.J. I'm going to preface it with that. But by the time J.J. came back on to do the movie, Rian Johnson had already fucked it up so much that no matter how much you polished the turd, it still stuck from 2 miles away.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there was nothing Abrams could have done to remotely make it better.
Well, not only that, Abrams was going to fuck it up anyway.
Yes.
If you watch The Force Awakens, you can see all the clues in. Like, Planet Death Star is by itself is a fucking clue.
Yeah.
But Finn being a toilet repairman is another clue. Captain Phasma, whose only distinctive feature was that she wore different armor, was a clue.
Yeah.
Even the actress who played her's like, well, I wear chrome armor.
Why?
Yeah, there was nothing behind the character. They tried to replicate Boba Fett and failed.
Yeah.
What else was there? Oh, fun little things like Abrams not knowing how the science works.
Yeah.
Planet Death Star shoots out, I think it was 5
beams and destroys 5 planets all at once. Yes.
Yeah, 5 beams, destroys 5 planets all at once, and you see them all get hit at the same time. If those planets were in the same orbital plane, which they would have to be to see it all at once, none of those planets would be habitable. The gravitational stresses would be way, way too much. The tidal forces would kill everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's evident when you watch stuff and pay attention that the people writing these things don't even look up basic physics or how things work.
Right, exactly.
Because it's just, these are things that most of us learned in school. Gravitational pull, why the planets orbit the way they do, why we have moons, yada yada, on and on. And then it's like you're watching these shows and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes no fucking sense. You want me to suspend my belief, but what you're doing is the most outlandish thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Right.
Like, when I watched the first 2, what was it? The Bile Awakens. Sorry, that's The Force Awakens for those of you that don't know me. I watched that, and then I can't find the video on Rumble. I don't know if they took it down or whatnot. I chopped it up, and I critiqued it and I added in my live tweet reactions. And when it got to the part of the movie, I swear to God, when it got to the part of the movie where Leia literally force pulled herself back onto the ship, I couldn't help myself. Mitch saw that clip. Mitch saw the clip because I played it for everybody in the Discord. As soon as she turned over and started gliding back to the ship, the only thing running through my head was dun 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 dun.
Kinda.
No, I think the shooting star.
See,
because everybody was equating her to Mary Poppins, and when I saw that clip, the only thing that was running through my head was the Superman fucking theme song. I'm sorry.
See, now every time I see it, all I hear is what's his face from Battlefield Space. No, that's not Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
Saying, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah. Those are good because they're funny.
Because there's nothing else there.
No.
if you want to look, the Star Wars. Actually, I'm going to say this about the prequel trilogy too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I think it's true for both. They're all style and no substance.
Yeah.
I will grant that there's like 2, maybe 3 centimeters more substance in the prequel trilogy than in the sequel trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what I found is that shit, no matter how you change the smell, will still stick to the bottom of your shoe.
That's
Yeah.
a good analogy.
You know?
Yeah. It's like
And-
I watch some movies. I watch stupid movies because I go in going, okay, this isn't going to be serious, which is why I enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, other than the fact that the cast meshed well together.
Well, yeah, that's why I can watch The Room.
Yeah, I mean, you
The
know,
Room is
you
fucking
look for that
hilarious.
kind of stuff. Because I'm sorry, the whole thing with them trying to get Baby Groot to find the right thing to free themselves from the cell was absolutely hilarious. And
Yeah.
the reason that he doesn't like hats.
You know, the one of the things that really gets me with the second Guardians film, I'm endlessly amused by it, is the whole thing about the you know, when what's his name, Star-Lord's talking to Drax about the Annulax batteries,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and Drax is like, harbulary batteries.
Yeah.
It he has no fucks to give, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nope.
it's not like it shows in his attitude. It shows in his response to things. Instead of him being a dick, he doesn't care what anyone has to say. He hears what he wants to hear.
Yeah.
In his own way, Drax is a woman.
Ouch! Wow.
I have sensitive nipples. I have famously huge turds. But yeah, it's funny stuff, and it's because there is characterization happening.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
The
You know, we didn't get characters with the Star Wars stuff,
No.
or with modern Star Trek, honestly.
And it's
I mean-
like, you know, it's this all reminds me of what's her butt, the little Star Wars girl chick that tried to sit there and say Martin Scorsese sucked as a director. Just because he fucking insulted the MCU and the way they, you know, called them popcorn movies. That's what they are.
Of course they are.
You have serious movies that can be masterpieces. Those are the movies that you have to apply your brain and pay attention to what you're watching, because it's either a character story or has some deeper meaning in the movie. And those are a lot of Scorsese's films.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to have to say it?
What?
I did not care for The Godfather.
Right?
It insisted upon itself.
You know, it's but for you to say that Scorsese sucked as a director.
Well, no,
means,
he doesn't. He's just another auteur director.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know, he's as much an auteur as Snyder and who's that other guy, Tim Burton.
yeah. I mean, you can say, okay, I don't care for his work. That's one thing.
And I don't.
But you can't say that he's a shit director, because he's not. You can say somebody is a wonderful director and not like their stuff. There's a
Yes.
complete, you know, there's the two of them are not together.
Right.
You know, because there are some, I like the first Godfather. The other two Godfathers was like, no.
I like the first Godfather. I like the second. The third one was just ridiculous.
All I know is thanks to the Godfather movies, it has firmly cemented the fact that I do not want to be Catholic, because every time you say the prayer to Mother Mary, I have to look over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not, you know, I'm not with that. You know, but you've got different kinds of movies, and she doesn't understand that. And I understood where Scorsese was coming from when he said the MCU films are popcorn flicks, because those are movies you sit down, you grab popcorn, you really don't have to apply much brain power to watch, because everything's spelled out for you on the screen, and you just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Bang bang, shoot 'em
Not
up,
only
fight,
that,
fight.
there's another distinction between those movies and Scorsese films. The Marvel films, at first anyway, were fun.
Yes, they were.
Mitch, where are you?
This is one of the reasons I can't watch The Godfather and a bunch of Scorsese stuff. I don't find it fun.
Yeah, because it's more serious. He doesn't do fun stuff.
No,
He
no,
does
I
serious
watch a
stuff.
lot of serious stuff, and it's fun. Rope is a serious film, and it's fun, but that's based on a stage play. But it's a serious story, and it's fun because it's like a murder mystery in a way. Then there's 12 Angry Men, a very serious film.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
It's not a comedy, certainly. It's not a superhero film, but it's a fun movie, and it's a serious movie. It covers serious things.
Yeah, I liked the original Dirty Dozen. I haven't seen it. I know they remade the movie. I was like,
there are movies you just don't remake. You don't remake the ones that worked.
no, you don't. I mean, it's like there's very few World War II movies that I will sit down and watch again, because my dad made me watch them 2 or 3 times, and after the 3rd time, I'm like, I'm over it. I know you're trying to, because watching a World War II movie with a World War II buff, it's not just watching the World War II movie to see if you like it or not and see if it was an enjoyable movie. It's watching the movie and listening to him go, well, what actually happened at this point was...
Yeah.
It's
watching the movie and getting story time on top of it.
Yeah. So by the time I got to, that particular part in history, when I think I was in 10th grade, and the lady came in with the audio-visual stuff, and she goes, we're going to watch Tora, Tora, Tora. I put my head down on my desk. And she said, in order to get the participation grade, you're going to have to watch the movie. I said, ma'am, I can tell you in less than 3 minutes what the movie was about, what the strategic problems were in the movie, and also the fact that Tora, Tora, Tora is Japanese for tiger, tiger, tiger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she went, okay, you have 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, I not only summarized the movie, but told them all the bloopers. And she goes, okay, you can nap. You got your grade for the day. Thank you. Put my head down.
I had a similar experience, and it's because I watched MacGyver.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'll watch The Dirty Dozen. I loved watching Saving Private Ryan. That was a very well done, put together show, and everybody's gonna go, "Oh yeah, obviously it was a good movie because Spielberg did it." No, okay. There are some things Spielberg has done that I've looked at and went,
yeah.
What were you on? Okay. Another movie was Schindler's List. That was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to older movies, I think it was called The Longest Day, because I think it was about D-Day. That movie was good.
Mm-hmm.
I liked The Dirty Dozen, and I liked Midway.
I didn't see Midway, and I haven't seen The Longest Day.
The Longest Day is good because even though it has a lot of serious elements in it, there's a couple of... Because during World War II, during D-Day, there were actual oopses as far as paratrooper drops were concerned on our end.
Mm-hmm.
So the paratroopers didn't exactly make it to where they needed to go, and they show that in the movie, which I think is it's accurate, but it's kind of comical, because some of them land in hay piles, some of them land in an open roof in a barn. So they walk by one guy that's hanging in a tree going, hey, can you help me down? But I mean, it's all in all, it's a really good movie. Because somebody looked at me and said, yeah, you only like the World War II movies with John Wayne. No, those are kind of dumb. Some of those are kind of dumb.
It's like my problem with Titanic. I knew how it ended. I didn't want to.
I didn't need
going back to World War II. Fuck the love story. That's childish.
Yeah.
All right, because I'll tell you why it's childish. Because it's all the romantic notions of love without any of the real gritty work.
Yeah.
That goes along with it.
Yeah.
And I've about had it with those kinds of stories. Because they're just not real. They're not true. They don't even have verisimilitude.
No.
There is no perfect fairy tale romance. Stop looking for it.
Yeah.
Why do you think the divorce rate is so high? Because people are convinced of this shit.
Yeah, I think so
and they
too.
go in with these high expectations and come out disappointed.
Yep. And I agree with you, Tyr. Casablanca is amazing.
And if they
I still haven't seen that.
If they
And
ever
if you haven't
remake
seen the African, if you haven't seen the African Queen, you got to see that one too.
If they ever remake Casablanca, I would burn down Hollywood.
The only thing that I would kind of like them to do is colorize it just a little bit. Not outlandishly so, just a little bit. That's it. That's all I want.
Yeah, just like how I want them to take The Last Starfighter and do an honest to God effects pass on it, without PCing the fuck out of the movie.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
I know they would fuck that story up.
Yes, they would. That's why I hope they never remake it. Nick Castle did the perfect job on it.
Yep.
And leave it alone.
I have to find the whole thing, but somebody did. I can't remember the movie that they did it in.
Mitch, where are you?
What? In the game? I'm on Kabali Prime. I knew you would take much longer in Argala than I would, so
I'm done.
Once it was once I realized it was not going to let us team up, and I'd gotten out of it, I'm like, well, I'm going to go do something while I wait for Tyr.
Where's Kabali Prime?
It's in the Delta Quadrant to the southwest of Argala, but to the southeast of the Dyson Sphere.
What's the name of the system?
Kabali Prime. Or Kabali, with a K.
Oh, here we go. This is it. Okay, somebody named Ben Crew, and I'm going to see if we can arrange a time to have like a movie night in my server. And I'm saying this because this guy did a labor of love, and that's what I'm calling it. He turned the first 1989 Batman movie into a black and white silent film.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, and he's got a link to the whole film and stuff, and I'm like, if we can coordinate and meet in the Discord, all of us at the same time, I wouldn't mind watching that, because the more I read the thread and the more I thought about it, if you literally put the movie on mute, you can still follow the movie.
Oh, groovy. There's I gotta open invites. We open the invitations for this project of mine, the Growing Up Nemo thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go through the whole series of Land of the Lost first.
Oh, cool.
And I'm gonna be airing that on or streaming that 2 episodes at a time, Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, cool.
If anyone wants to join, let me know.
Okay, because I wanna start back and open up, start a new season of the old time radio theater. On Saturdays, Sundays starting at noon Central. That'd be 1 Eastern.
Noon Central. Yeah. I had to think what Eastern was, even though you said what Eastern was. This is my curse.
Because we love them and we love heckling them, and I kind of missed Batman the first time we watched. We were listening to a Shadow episode, and he goes, "Why doesn't somebody flip on a light switch?"
The Shadow knows. I love
Oh, there you found me. Okay.
Yay. Okay. Stop.
I don't know. Can you enter the Kabali system?
Look.
No, I
Frosted. I was dating somebody by the name of Tony when the Titanic movie came out, and apparently, even though we had been gaming for a while, the idiot still didn't know me because he wanted to take me to see the Titanic. I don't like romance movies.
No, I cannot. That sucks.
So he looked at me and he goes, "Hey, it's coming out in the theaters. Why don't you go watch the Titanic with me?" And I said, "I know how it ends. Why do I want to go see the movie? The ship sinks."
Well, see, for a romantic comedy or just a romance movie to work for me, it has to tie into something interesting. For example, the movie Roxanne with Steve Martin and Daryl Hannah.
Yeah.
Excellent film. But it's not just a romance. There's a lot of romantic stuff in it. You know, all the unrequited love and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
But that movie's got fucking layers.
Yep.
And they're gorgeous.
What was the one that was a remake of Cyrano de Bergerac?
That was Roxanne.
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched 50 First Dates and walked away going, okay, that was brainless. It was cute.
Interestingly.
It was
Yeah,
cute. But
some of those movies are a cute watch the first time you watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Roxanne, like I said, it's got layers.
Yep.
And it's really fun to watch, and largely because of Steve Martin, I think. I mean, Shelley Duvall does her part too, and what's her name? Daryl Hannah is sort of up and down in that movie, I think.
Yeah.
I think Daryl Hannah is overrated as an actress.
You know what movie I wouldn't mind seeing again? The one that had Bruce Willis in it, and he had two women that were fighting over him because he'd come up with this cream that was supposed to bring you back from the dead or something.
Oh, you were talking about Death Becomes Her. I love that movie.
Death Becomes Her. That movie was hilarious.
It wasn't that he invented the cream. It was that they both got the cream from this woman, I guess. And he was.
But another one that doesn't have much of a romantic subplot, even though it kind of does, is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Steve Martin and Michael Caine. That's a remake too, by the way.
I've never seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
But that is an excellent film. Again, very layered in both writing and performance.
Yeah. Now it's like, to me it was comedy and kind of romance, and then you had adventure in it and stuff. And it is a black and white movie. That's The African Queen.
I haven't seen anything with Humphrey Bogart in it because, frankly, I was tired of the world telling me I had to.
Oh.
But I think I'm going to start looking into that. I mean, I only recently started looking deeply into Alfred Hitchcock's filmography. And man, once you get past Psycho,
yeah,
because that I'd seen, I've seen Psycho over and over.
Yeah.
Because, that's the movie you see. I've seen The Birds, didn't care for it, oh yeah, birds, and no one's really doing anything to stop the birds. They're just sort of standing there screaming.
Yeah.
Instead of like grabbing a motherfucker, breaking its neck, throwing it down, grabbing another motherfucker. They're all reacting instead of being active, and it bothers me.
Yeah.
But you get into like Rope is a good example. And some of Hitchcock's much older films, man, I want to say he's been doing horror the whole time, but only if you don't think of horror as a slasher.
It's more like he did more like suspense kind of horror.
Well, yeah, there were suspense thrillers, definitely, but there's a genuine there's usually like sick minds at play, like a slasher villain might have a sick mind, And it's just that they're not out there killing every minute of every day like a Jason.
Yeah.
They're more like probably more like an Ed Gein, where it's part crime of opportunity and part grooming. And it's really fun to watch an Alfred Hitchcock as a result. It's a nice blend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to go back and catch Humphrey Bogart stuff because I'm beginning to wonder if I'm not robbing myself of an opportunity.
I understand where you're coming from. It's like when some people get hyped up, they hype up a movie, let's say The Princess Bride, and then somebody finally sees the movie and they're like, I don't understand why it was hyped up so much. It's because you're listening to everybody that really, really loved the film telling you how great it is, not realizing that, great is subjective.
Yes.
Yeah.
One person's masterpiece film is another person's what the hell did I just watch?
The Room.
Yes.
That was like, because a lot of people looked at me and went, well, you got to watch, have you seen 2001? No. 2001 is a Kubrick masterpiece. You have to watch it. So I finally got a chance to watch it.
Slow, boring movie.
My second husband looked at me, his name is Mark, so he will be referred to as Mark from now on stream.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Mark looked at me and he goes, what's that face? You have this face that I can't read. And I looked at him and I said, what the fuck was all that? Do you have to be high to understand what's going on?
The Space Baby. Come on now. That was a classic.
He goes, well, I know the movie's a little slow. Slow? A snail is faster than this movie. You tell him it's slow. I mean,
Well,
come on.
It's practically an industrial film.
Yeah.
But you've seen Logan's Run, I'm assuming.
Yes, I've seen Logan's Run.
The movie. Now, have you seen the TV show?
I've seen both.
Okay. Do you remember that the theme for the TV show could have been an extremely iconic science fiction theme, but someone at the studio said it needs to be more sci-fi. So they added all the pew-pew sounds to it.
Yeah.
That completely covered all the good music.
Yeah.
That's what I think of 2001.
Why did they do that?
Like I said, it's some studio head, in case no one knew that Logan's Run was science fiction, decided that the way to make sure everyone knew was to butcher the theme tune.
Yeah. Now, Frosted, I will tell you, because you brought up Strangers on a Train. The first Strangers on a Train rendition that I heard was actually an old-time radio episode of The Whistler.
We got to do something here, because I'm just bobbing my...
Well, then let's go do a PvP.
Yeah, 2001 was definitely overrated. And I had, like, my gaming buddies were like, you gotta watch The Wall. Pink Floyd's The Wall. You gotta watch The Wall. So they even brought it over one day. So before our gaming session, they put this thing in, and I'm watching this, and halfway through, the guy I was dating at the time went, so? I went, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So?
Exactly.
He went, do you not? I said, I understand the imagery, but my brain can't help think there's something missing. And my friend Omar put the nail on the head. He goes, you do realize the guy that actually made this elongated music video was high on acid at the time? I said, that's what it's missing.
Shit,
Oh, okay. It looked like some sort of trip to me. Okay.
Rotten. What Nicolas Cage movie was one big ass music video? Was it Valley Girl? I think it was Valley Girl. One big ass music video.
Look, the first time I saw it, Frosted, I was like 16. So I'm watching The Wall for the first time as a 16-year-old, and the only thing running through my brain was, so, can't this move along a little bit?
Well, yeah, I had the same reaction.
When I was a little bit older, I saw it, and I understand the imagery. I knew where they were going with the iconography and all this stuff, and yeah, it is a masterpiece in some aspects, but it's just not something that I could sit there and wake up and go, you know what? I'm in the mood to watch The Wall. No, that's not.
Then you got the people who are like, the people who are like, yeah, to watch The Wall, but hear The Wizard of Oz. And I'm like, oh, fuck you. I'm not going through all that.
Yeah. I mean, I understood all the iconography and all that stuff, but it's just not for me.
Right.
And then, on the offhand, can I tell you how many times I've seen Howl's Moving Castle? No, but it's more than 10.
Well, how about the people who swear by A Clockwork Orange?
See, I've never seen that movie. That's a movie I've got to watch, I guess.
Movie I watched it.
It's an okay film.
Yeah.
But I think it's really just a director jacking off on the movie screen. For the most part. It's a dystopian type situation, but just, I don't know, man. Sometimes it just looks like the filmmaker is publicly masturbating.
Yeah. Frost said, I have a story about Pink Floyd and The Wall. It was literally my 17th birthday, I think. Yeah, my 17th birthday. We're at my boyfriend's house with the rest of the gaming group. And he wanted to play, what the fuck? I don't like the name of the band. I don't like the band or their music, which is why I have a hard time remembering their stupid Two Live Crew.
Oh.
Two Live Crew. He put in Two Live Crew, and I'm like, it's my birthday. I can't even pick the music I want to listen to. I don't like this. Well, as soon as it started playing, we were looking above the pool area, and you see all the clouds are rolling in. You hear thunder in the distance. And Big Steve in the group was like, hey, Chad, yeah, why don't you put in Floyd, man? Why? Because God likes Floyd. Put in Floyd, man. Just put in Floyd. All right, for you. How many of you guys want to listen to Pink Floyd's The Wall? All of us raise their hand except for him. So he goes, all right, fine. He walks over. He takes Two Live Crew out. He puts in Pink Floyd, and as soon as the first track of that album starts playing, the thunder stops. You see the clouds start parting, the sun coming out, and Chad went, "What the hell's going on?" And Big Steve just leaned back in the lounge chair and went, "See, told you, even God likes Floyd."
Yeah, Floyd is, Pink Floyd has a couple of things that interest me, but for the most part, I think they're overrated too.
They can be a bit. I mean, it's like, there's overrated and overhyped. There's a lot of
I think they're overhyped.
Yeah.
I'll go along with that.
Like the Beatles were overhyped.
Oh God, yes.
Every boy band in the 80s and 90s was overhyped. I mean, let's face it, you know, geez.
That's true.
You know, I had friends that were sitting there. I had a friend that was absolutely fanatical about New Kids on the Block, because we used to say New F's on the Rag.
Yeah.
And
you know, on my channel, Maddy, we can say what we feel. If you want to say the fags on the rag, go right ahead.
You know, my friend looked at me indignantly, and she goes, "Oh, I bet you like New Kids on the Block." She goes, "I bet you like NSYNC or one of those." I said, "Actually, no, I like Belle Biv DeVoe, Boys to Men." She goes, "Oh, that's right, you listen to R&B."
Another Kefk base has been destroyed. There are 3
And rhythm and blues is okay.
I said, "So while you're saying bye, 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 I'm over here going poison."
Never press the big button and smile.
Yeah.
Man.
And there's a lot of, once you realize what it means when they say it insists upon itself, so many things make sense. Protesters insist upon themselves.
Yes, they do.
Overly pretentiously made movies insist upon themselves.
Yeah, The Godfather.
Just when you think you're out, they pull you
right back in.
I got enough of you, can't refuse.
Look how they
Hey, Joey Zaza, up your ass. Best line in any of those movies.
Pray for us now and at the hour of our death. Oh, that didn't last long, did it? Poor Fredo, damn it.
Fredo got what he deserved, the treacherous bastard.
I go back and rewatch that one scene just for that. Hey, up your ass, Joey. It's just, the guy says it so cheerfully.
Yep. Well, it's like there's a movie called Book Club with, you know, Hanoi Jane in it, and the only reason that I watched the trailer for the second movie is because Hanoi Jane is getting married, and she just told everybody she's on the phone with that she's in a church. And Candice Bergen's character goes, "I'm amazed you haven't burst into flames when you crossed the threshold."
I'm still kind of pissed off that we were expected to believe for so long that Candice Bergen is sexy. When, I mean, she was 78 years old doing fucking Murphy Brown, for Christ's sake.
Oh, her. Oh, ew.
By the time Boston Legal come around and she's 198, it's like, you know what? Who the fuck are you people trying to convince? Because it ain't me.
Right? Didn't they do a revival of that shit?
Frosted, I pissed off one of my friends because I refused to pronounce instinct correctly.
Now, why would you want to go and do a thing like that?
She like hit over the moon for that particular group, and she goes, and this one day she looked at me, she goes, "I don't understand why you don't like NSYNC." I said, "They're in stink. Just, I'm not gonna ask you if you've listened to the music, because that's stupid. I know you have.
They could change their name to fucking suck.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend of mine named Shawnee. She bought 2 tickets to go to the concert and take her daughter. That's where the second one came in. The tickets at the time were $75 a ticket. She had to scrape up the money to buy the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So $150 to go to the concert, and they were only on stage for 45 minutes.
Really?
Jesus.
Really. They were only on stage for 45 minutes.
They weren't the headlining band?
They were the headline band. They went to go see Instinct, and they were only on the stage for 45 minutes.
All right, so
see, because clearly they're not. That tells me that the group is not really a group of performers.
Yeah.
Group of singers, sure.
Yeah.
But not a group of performers, because real performers in a music act are going to get out there. They're going to talk to the audience. They're going to have shit to say. 45 minutes sounds like you went through your album.
Yeah.
It went through the catalog of one album and said thank you, good night.
Yep. Well, I casually mentioned, I said, wow, that's kind of a waste of money. And she
pick
looked at me,
another,
oh, I bet you going to see Brian Setzer and his orchestra was a waste of money. I said, no, ma'am. It was $90, $45 a ticket for Mark and me to go. She goes, yeah. I said, and he stayed. He walked out on stage at 7 o'clock. And at 11, he was pissed off because Chastain was closing the park and told him he had to wrap up his concert and leave.
Yeah. Oh, God, I hate this mission. This will be fun. Look,
2 hours in, he gave his orchestra a 20-minute break. Now, we weren't sitting there in silence because they closed the curtain so they could have their break, and he stood front center stage with a drummer and another guitarist, and they did rockabilly for 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yep.
To give the orchestra a breather before they continued the rest of the concert.
Yeah,
they even played Stray Cat Strut.
That guy is a performer.
Yeah.
Shit. The only concert I can remember going to is one with my girlfriend. We went to see. The headline band was Linkin Park, but Coheed and Cambria were there, and so were Chidos. They almost 3 hours. Like, each band stayed on for at least an hour, and 3:20, because I believe Coheed and Cambria stayed on for way longer than they should have, and it was fucking amazing.
I mean, the funny part was, in that 20-minute set where he was doing rockabilly, he stopped, he looked at the crowd, and he goes, I know you guys recognize the style. That's what I started out with. And I see some of you in the crowd with that face. You're waiting on something. I know what you're waiting on. He goes, boys, we practiced this. And he played the Stray Cat Strut.
Damn straight.
I'm in the crowd going, yeah, okay, this makes my night. This is cool as hell.
And he's a hell of a fucking talent, too.
Yeah. He goes, Georgia, the only thing I don't like about you is your humidity is messing with my pompadour.
And honestly, the Georgians could relate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this one's a chore, man. And plus, we got booted into something we're in an advanced level instead of normal. Because the game is still broken.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, I reported the bug on it.
Oh, that's good.
See, I just got shot down too.
I don't think they care.
I don't think they do either, to be honest.
As long as the cash cows keep paying for cash cow shit, they'll keep coming out.
Well, yeah, that's one of my issues.
Rob just forgot you guys were playing a game.
No doubt. One of my issues is that a lot of the players who do spend money on the game, because it's a free-to-play game.
Yeah.
When you continue to pay money for these shabby results, you're essentially rewarding bad behavior and reinforcing its implementation.
Yep.
But if I bring up that kind of stuff, in the game forum or something, I'm shouted down.
Yeah.
Possibly it's by the cash cows, because they don't want to face their own complicity.
No, it's just there's a group of people in the forum who are Cryptic Studios ass kisses.
Okay, let's see, in Tier's chat, Rotncorpse, the musical I recommend the most is Repo, the Genetic Opera.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Frosted Glass, Kubrick made one movie that had more than just a couple of good things in it, Dr. Strangelove. And he goes on to say, damn straight, Floyd is the music of the gods. Boy bands suck in general. I can't even tell which boy band does any given song. They all sound alike.
Pretty much.
Rotten Corpse, depending on how big the venue is, some sets may be shorter than others. And Frosted Glass, David Gilmour stood on top of a fake wall and played the second best guitar solo of all time. Now that's a performer. And he goes on to say, I forgot you guys were playing a game. And then he goes, free? That explains a lot.
Well, I'm not. It has a monetization model,
Yeah,
but it's yeah, but you don't have to do that to get through anything. Star Trek Online has one of the best free-to-play models out there, I think.
Yeah, that one, and it's like the one for Lord of the Rings Online isn't bad because if you don't want to pay for a monthly membership, then you can do. They have a deeding system that it's kind of grindy, yes, but the deeds give you rewards, and some of the rewards are rather nice. So you can open up the entire game, and all the areas, without having to pay for the game. Now, if you pay for the game and you download the stuff, you can actually do a lot of side quests. The free stuff is for you to go from point A all the way to the end and follow, the main storyline of the MMO.
Right.
That part is absolutely free. But
Guild Wars 2
Where the fuck do these ships keep coming from?
Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 had a pretty easy free-to-play model. You can literally do everything. Only thing that is monetized, if I'm not less played, the expansions were monetized, but they. Wow. Okay. I guess we won.
Jesus.
I don't know how we won, but I guess we won.
We didn't win.
Oh.
That's a fail.
I guess we failed then.
Then how come it says operation complete?
Because we can't win now.
Oh.
This is Cryptic Studios. They give such a damn about their product that they let these fuck-ups in the code persist indefinitely. This is just one of them.
Yeah. And see, the flip side is, and yeah, I'm going back to Lotro, if you have a problem and you encounter a glitch, all you have to do is, can't remember the command, but you can call for a mod, and a mod within 5 minutes, one of the actual game people will respond and go, what is the problem you're having? And if you describe it, they'll go, we'll look in the back end and see blah, 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 blah. And they'll usually fix it within 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah, that's not going to happen here.
If you're stuck and you've used the stuck command and you can't get unstuck, they will unstuck you.
Unstuck you.
Yeah.
That won't happen here. I've been here. You need ship repairs.
God damn it! I hate when you. I think I have components used.
And to paraphrase a Jeff Foxworthy joke, Tyr, you dropped your skier about a mile back.
It's just, man.
I don't have all the.
I'm so fed up with the shit that so many players are willing to let them get away with.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely fed up with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the reasons why my Star Trek Online streams are generally, I think, negative. And it's too bad because I like the gameplay.
Yeah.
When I can actually fucking play the game. If I'm getting disconnected or I've got cutscenes that interrupt the flow of combat, I don't understand that. Why do we have to let me clear the screen before you interrupt me?
Right?
Yes.
That really gets on my nerves.
Let's see. Tears chat. Rotncorpse. Seether was good live. A7X was good. Saw them before the rev passed. CKY was not good live. See, this what makes me feel old, because the only thing I recognize is Seether. And then Frosted Glass. I haven't been to many concerts because most bands I like are broken up or dead, but my first and best was AC/DC.
Well, AC/DC as a performing act, not even as a performing act, but as songwriters, they did something brilliant. And a lot of musicians don't do this. AC/DC knew where they fit in the scheme of things and stayed there.
Yeah.
The AC/DC is just good, standard. It's standard issue rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's not innocent, and but it's not too what's the word I'm looking for? They're not too scandalous.
Raunchy?
Yeah.
They there's a little bit of raunch, but it's just enough, if you know what I mean.
Well, with a double entendre. I mean,
Yeah.
These balls are balls.
They oh god, it looks like I'm gonna get booted again. Except now I'm getting booted at before I reach 40% instead of before I reach 5%. For some reason. But yeah, AC/DC knew their place in the grand scheme of things, held it, and fucking redefined it. Any other act that is anything like them will forever be compared to them. And it's brilliant. It's a brilliant move to make. You know, okay, people like it when we do this music. We're going to stick to this music. I almost put in the wrong password. Damn it. Where's the other button? There it is.
The monuments have hook lines next to the transports. Keep an eye out.
Really? Oh, the minefield.
Yeah.
I hate this one.
You picked it.
Well, it's just that it pops so often.
Okay.
And it, quite frankly, it bores me. And I don't like Nog's dialogue. And the insincere laugh he gives at the end of the mission. Honestly, it sounds like he walked up to a microphone and said, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
It's shite.
Indubitably. God damn it.
It's irrevocable shite. It's the shite before Christmas. It's an M. Shite Shyamalan film.
He only knows 2 films. Crap and crappier.
Yeah.
Then again, I must say, I did like The Sixth Sense. That
was a good movie.
You know, it wasn't.
You know,
that
The Sixth Sense did its job. But it seems like after a while, Shyamalan just wanted to. He wanted to make it his thing. You know, the Shyamalan twist. He wanted his name to be associated with the twist.
Not every movie needed a twist.
No. What was the one? The Hunger? The nature went wild or whatever?
The Happening?
When trees attacked. Just, what? What are you doing?
If he'd have left it ambiguous. See, alright, me and Rotten did the first 2, the first Jordan Peele movies, you know, Get Out, Us, and, I forget the name, Nope. And you can see a clear progression in Peele's work. In the first 2, he tried to give you explanations, and he dabbled between making it science fiction and magic, and he didn't.
The job isn't over yet.
He didn't take a firm stance in either. In the first 2, But in Nope, he just said, fuck giving you an explanation. And he just told a story. You didn't know where the monster was from. It didn't... You're left with speculation about the monster. Is it a natural occurring thing? Is it something like from another planet? You know, is it more of them out there? He didn't give you that information, and it makes it good. You don't ruin your story with an unneeded twist. Oh,
right.
It was the government that made the monster. Really? So it doesn't suck. You know? But M. Night is hell-bent on making everything have a twist. It doesn't need
Right. I don't know that he is so much anymore.
Well,
he might be. I don't know. I don't go out of my way to watch his films.
When is the last time you made a film since Avatar? Because that was a massive failure.
Facility Beta is safe.
What the hell is going on here?
Hey Frosty, could you do me a favor? Could you look up M. Night's last movie since Avatar? Because I'm pretty sure he hasn't made anything. I could be wrong though. Repair Gamma. Where's Gamma? There's Gamma.
I had to look at my stats because something feels off.
Facility Alpha is back online.
What was wrong?
Whoops. Suddenly I'm not doing the damage I should be doing. Fuck it.
He made Old. Wasn't that the one where the beach?
Even though
What?
you've defeated their
Old. If I'm not mistaken, Old is the one where like it's something about the beach that's aging people up, and I think that's based off of manga.
Well, that's one I don't recall.
Excellent.
Yeah, that life
Area
is kind of
secure
weird.
and we restored peace.
Oh, holy shit! I might have something for you here. Let me leave the map and take a look.
Frosted Glass. If the movie had been called When Trees Attacked, it automatically 10 times better. He made Old a couple of years ago, and yeah, his movies haven't gotten any better.
Let's see. I have a combat impulse engine for you.
Ooh.
Speed times 3.
Ooh.
What impulse engine are you running currently?
I'm running Impulse Engine. I'm running a Quantum Phase Combat Impulse Engine.
Oh, okay. This may not work. This may not be better for you, but I'll try to throw it at you anyway.
Okay.
Give me a second here. And if it's not to your advantage, just sell it.
All right. Thank you.
Trying to remember how to do these things. I used to be so much more smart.
Trade? Since we're in the same area?
There we go. All right. Let's see.
Thank kindly.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Old is based off of a manga or a comic, if I'm not mistaken. So you can't really fuck that up.
Right.
Actually,
Where'd you go, Maddy?
Oh, I'm here. I'm just listening to the two of you.
All right.
Somebody tried to piss me off by telling me my website looks terrible, and I said, what would you recommend me change? I'm not necessarily a web person.
So in other words, they were just trying to rile you up.
Oh yeah, I said if you're open to critique, your website is fucking terrible. It is not easily navigatable. It is not properly proportioned. It does not look professional, and it's evidence that you do not have a leg to stand on with your attitude. And I said, thank you. I will do my best to improve my website. I am not a website person, and I don't have the money to hire one. I have been thinking about changing it back to the blog format. Thank you for your input.
I love doing that to people. They come at you with all this hate and aggression, and I'm just like, oh, that's nice, thanks.
Yeah.
So in other words, they were literally trying to piss you off because you pissed them. Fuck off.
Yeah, because they didn't agree with what I said. Yep.
Go fuck yourself.
Yep. And the other guy was like, those are some choices in font and background coloring. Holy hell. I said, what color scheme would you recommend? He goes, I charge for consultancy. I said, fair enough. I'll flounder around some more. I hope your consultancy is doing well.
Okay, now I gotta switch weapons around.
Welcome to
Because I hate this
I'm Lieutenant
operation.
John Vanderveer. The mission is to infiltrate.
Yeah, why'd you choose it? Why is the cat? Why are people turning into cats?
I have no answers. Where's the rifle I want? Clip. Alright.
A whole lot of pussies on screen. Just saying.
Jesus.
I don't think I want them helping me anyway. Okay, other than the United States Air Force veteran. Cat supremacist, gender queer. Yeah, I don't want you helping me with my website.
What?
Gender queer, aesthetically goth. The guy that said, oh yeah, those choices for color and font.
You goths only have 2 color choices.
Yeah, black and more black.
And then when they said gender, yeah, the gender queer killed it for me. Sorry.
Wow, I'm so diverse.
Fire in the hole.
As a goth, I have so many color palettes to choose from. I can be black and extra black. You know? God damn it. Fucking bugs. Why wouldn't it let me shoot shit?
Great.
Feel like a game of Starship Troopers. I'm doing my part.
Yeah, exactly. All I'm missing is a helmet, honestly.
Well, shit. You see what I got on? I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
Actually, I think I do have a helmet that might fit the aesthetic somewhat. Come on, drop the fucking thing, you cunt. There we go.
Just killing some bugs, sir.
And the interface lag too that we occasionally come up against. Just absolutely terrible.
Rotncorpse. I rarely know directors and care to learn them even less.
Area clear.
Frosted Glass. He made Knock at the Cabin last year. It had David Bautista in it.
Fissure in the rock. Be careful. I don't know what's waiting for us at the bottom.
God damn it. Frosted Glass at Rotncorpse. I usually try to remember directors. It's a good clue as to how good a movie might be. If the director is good, then I have more faith in it.
Yep. John Carpenter, for example.
Yes.
Nick Castle is another good example.
According to our scans, there's a tunnel.
He directed
Give me a moment, I'll clear up
The Last Starfighter, but he also played Michael Myers in the first Halloween. But John Carpenter is one of those guys. It seems like I almost said Cesar Romero, George Romero.
Yes.
I think it was who. George Romero was always able to find talent.
Barbara, I'm going to get you, Barbara.
They're coming to get you, Barbara. I love that bit in that movie.
Yes.
It is to amuse.
It sucked that he was the first to die.
See that large stalagmite?
Yeah.
Blow it.
Didn't he fall and break his neck on a tombstone?
I think he had his head on the tombstone, yes.
Yeah. What a way to go.
Right in front of his sister, too, who were going to, I think they were going to their mother's grave.
Yeah.
Frosted Glass. I still like Phineas and Ferb episode where Doofenshmirtz finds out his daughter likes golf style and thinks it means Visigoth. Rotncorpse. While I'm willing to go give almost any movie a chance as long as it is attempting to entertain me. Yeah, but modern movies are attempting to pre-chance you nowadays.
Right. They gave up the entertainment ghost a long time ago.
Yes. Like, if I don't care that a character is gay. Like, that's not. Is it plot relevant? No. Why are we spending time on it?
Exactly.
And
See here, do we need this cutscene to know we have to kill this thing? No, we don't. It's just there to get in the way. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was about to say, you know, and I dislike the race swaps of canon characters and gender swaps and personality swaps and they're better this way. No, they're fucking not.
No, they're not, because Wolverine used to be a badass who knew he was a badass, and now he's always portrayed as being a lovesick teenager.
Yeah.
And it's boring.
It is. It's very boring.
Make Wolverine fucking Wolverine again.
You killed the spawn mother, but we need
Oh, and enough with the clones and the knockoff Wolverines in case we lose the rights somehow. Fuck that shit.
X-23 and
screw X-23, screw Doc, and screw whatever other fucking bullshit Wolverine son clone whatever has out there. Offspring, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a shitload of it, and it's all boring. Because, you know, it tells me they want to tell a Wolverine story, but they can't use Wolverine for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you don't get to enter the industry and pick what characters, or rather, what established characters you get to play with. That decision's made by editorial.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just get to go in there and claim it. And, you know, the thing, it's Batman, but it's not really Batman. Yeah, it's this other guy from London who also does a Batman thing.
Yeah.
Because he knows Bruce Wayne, and everyone who knows Bruce Wayne is eventually a Batman. Even the girls are a Batman. Oh my God. Childish writing. I hate it.
Alright, so in comics, there was the United States of Captain America, where Steve Rogers goes on like a whirlwind a road trip essentially, and he encounters other people who he inspired to be Captain America.
Yeah.
And it made no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Nope.
Now
again, they're trying to use Steve Rogers to promote their new Captain America figures to see if one sticks. And if one sticks, they're going to claim that that's what they meant to happen all the time, and bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, but they're
grasping for straws at this point.
Huh? What'd you say?
They're grasping for straws at this point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, every time, especially with, you ever hear of the Thor Corps?
The Thor Corps?
Yeah, it's basically aping the Green Lantern Corps.
Why?
And, you know, there's like hundreds and hundreds of hammers.
No, dear God, no.
I only knew, like, of two. The actual Thor dude and Beta Ray Bill.
And there's a particular
I knew of a
reason why
third.
Beta.
And a fourth, actually. But the fourth guy... All right. I'm going to suspend gameplay to have this little rant here. I am tired.
Go right ahead.
I am tired of this bullshit of no one can pick up Thor's hammer. That's not what the curse. That's not what the hex says. It says, whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall have the power of Thor.
Right.
Yes.
It doesn't say only Thor can pick up this hammer.
Well, see, that's
That's
when
a
I
combination
pointed
of
that out.
mythology.
When I pointed that out on Twitter, my dear sage said it depends. If you're going by Norse mythology, then only Thor can pick up the hammer. If you're going by MCU mythology, then yes, you have to be worthy in order to pick up the hammer.
Yep. No,
Well,
it doesn't even say that. It says pick up the hammer if you want to, but if you ain't worthy, it ain't gonna do you no good.
Yeah, you can't use it. It's a regular hammer for you.
Yeah.
It's just a block of metal on a stick.
But even then, worthiness is subjective.
Yeah.
No, there are. I can see where with the Asgardians, worthiness would mean a kind of a specific thing.
Yeah.
And why Steve Rogers wasn't entirely worthy.
Yeah. Because he was only able to budget, which surprised the shit out of Thor.
But it makes sense to me because if we accept that the Asgardian philosophy, if according to that, or even just the Odin philosophy, I want to get more explicit about it. If we accept that to be worthy to be Thor, or to wield the power of Thor, you have to fight for what's right. For one, you have to fight for the right reasons. And if we go with the general Viking attitude, you have to enjoy doing.
You have to enjoy.
You have to enjoy fighting for the right reasons. Not fighting, but fighting for the right reasons. You have to savor it somehow.
Yeah, because
you have to be. You have to take pride in doing the right thing, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's like my son and I were having a conversation one day, and we were mixing up the MCU and DC on purpose. And he was thinking about, he goes, the scariest thing I could probably think of is the Hulk with Thor's hammer, if he could lift it. I said, first of all, sir, I told him, I said, you explained to me once that the Red Hulk actually outpaced the weight of the hammer, and he was able to lift it, so that's a moot point. But I'm here to tell you that I would think the scariest thing in the fucking universe for DC and MCU is Captain America with his shield, the Green Lantern ring, and Thor's hammer.
Yes. Because he would totally have a ring.
Well, see, that's that.
And Hulk
the
would
reason
have a yellow
Steve,
one. No, Hulk would have a red one.
The reason Steve Rogers was only able to budge the hammer in that scene, in my headcanon, is because he was only then starting to relish fighting for what was right. He didn't want to fight. He said so in the first movie. I don't want to fight. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't like bullies.
He had no reasons.
He didn't want to fight. He wanted to. He didn't even necessarily want to fight for what was right, but it came to him over time, and especially after being frozen in the ice. Taking the ice bath and all that shit, and coming back to a world that he barely recognizes, and he doesn't have the same kind of connections with anyone that he once had.
Yeah.
And he although he did finally find his best friend.
Yeah, only to
and help
realize
him
that
out.
he was brainwashed.
That's part of what I'm going to say, that finding Bucky is part of what made him relish fighting for the right reasons. And once he got over that last hurdle, that's why he was able to wield Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Anyone should have been able to pick up Storm Chaser, Stormbringer. What?
Stormbringer. Stormbringer.
Is it Stormbringer?
Stormbringer.
I thought it was Thunder something. I don't know. Thunderbutt. I don't know.
Hold on. I love Beta Ray Bill. Like, don't get me. Like, Beta Ray Bill is one of my favorite characters, and it pisses me off that they did not introduce him into the MCU. One of their biggest failures.
Here's a completely frivolous question. Do you think that Sam Gamgee would have been worthy to wield the power of Thor, so to speak?
Yes.
I don't know.
Sam would have
been
worthy.
Wasn't Storm Shocker the one held by fucking Beta Ray Bill?
Yes.
Stormbreaker.
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 Whatever. So, I don't know, man. They shouldn't have had him reforge a hammer and have it be Stormbreaker if it's not going to be wielded by Beta Ray Bill the way it properly should have been.
Yes.
I would have done something different there.
I would have never broken it to begin with.
Well, I mean, the whole thing was, okay, they set it up in the movies, because I don't know if it was set up that way in the comic books. They set it up in the movies to where Odin eventually explained to Thor that the only reason the hammer was forged for him was for him to be able to channel his power through the hammer. Not that he needed the hammer.
Right.
It was something to help him channel his power, because...
It was a focus.
Yeah, it was a focus. Now, after it broke, he could still wield his power. He just, wasn't really all that precise with it.
Right. Well, yeah, I understand that. Are you the god of hammers? I'm perfectly on board with that. And it's a great thing that is right in Thor's face his whole life, that it took time to learn, because that's just how life is sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm getting hungry. Anyone else getting hungry?
Yeah, I'm getting hungry
Or
too.
anything? Because man.
Yeah, it's about time for me to go downstairs and get my ice pack for my eyeballs.
Oh yes. Oh, sounds like fun.
I call it my spa treatment. It's twice a day, don't you know? I to lie on my back with my heating pad around my hips and an ice pack for the wrinkles, because you have to tame the wrinkles, you see.
Hey, Mr. Scott. Oh, sorry, I burped in the middle of your name. He writes hashtag kick Mitch. What are you doing?
Don't kick Mitch.
Kick Mitch.
Want me to do mine first, or you want to do yours?
Oh, go ahead.
All right.
Wait. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to the pinned comment in the chat or in the description, you will find 5 GoFundMes. They are for James Colley, Angela Arreaga, the Hey Camel, Moonshock, and Maddy. Again, they've fallen on some hard times, had some issues, and they could really use a little help. Maddy, show yourself.
Oh, okay. The GoFundMe to which he is referring to is going to cover the deductible that our health insurance doesn't cover for my cancer treatment. Other than that, if you go to houseofgeek.net, because .com was taken, and that's my business slogan, goddammit, you'll find the links to my channel on that website, and you'll also find it in his description as well, because I'm going to start getting back into my story writing and probably doing some streams on here. So, and when the streams start up, I'll announce them on Twitter.
Groovy.
Mitch?
Oh, okay. I'll just do my standard outro, I suppose.
Oh, no, I was saying, your show.
What is the show? Okay. Sorry, I'm having a... What the hell is that? Anyway. Let's see. Tomorrow is Friday, and I take Friday nights off so I can watch, because my stream schedule is 6 p.m. Eastern, and at 7 p.m. Eastern, Vin DeSanti from from Womp Stomp Films does his own stream called The Ghost Files with talking about movies and entertainment and things of that nature. Mostly his fan film, Never Hike Alone. Or their fan film, Never Hike Alone. That would be more accurate, I suppose. So I'll be watching that on Friday night. But on Saturday, since I got the big stream out of the way last week, between myself and Davey Deathray talking about how to not shoot yourself in the dick when making a movie or a TV show. What I'll be doing this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern is returning to Land of the Lost with my series called Growing Up Nemo. We're going to watch a couple of more episodes, and I'm going to do running commentary and review.
And don't forget, you will be on my my midnight show Saturday night.
Oh, that's right. You say that's Saturday night?
Yeah, this Saturday.
Oh, God. Oh, it's going to be busy. All right, cool.
And Maddy,
I am a media whore, aren't I?
You are. And Maddy will be on the show. Let me make sure I check my calendar. The 13th of April.
Okay, because that's going to be, yeah, because, oh, wow, okay, that's 3 things in a row. Because the 11th, for those of you that are keeping track of my updates for my cancer stuff, the 11th of April is going to be my PET scan, and my results are going to be given to me on the 12th.
Whoa. If you want to reschedule, Maddy, we can.
Oh, that's okay, that's fine. I mean, like I said, all I got to do is, like, take a nap.
Okay.
Everything should be so simple.
Yes. Well, I mean, last night I slept like a log because the night before my palliative care doctor, no, my eye visit was at 9:45 in the morning. So, night before last, my brain was going, you can't fall asleep because you might not get up in time, and you can't set your alarm because if it goes off, it'll wake up your mom. So you really can't. So I was waking up every hour on the hour. So at 4:30, I went, well, fuck it, I'll just stay up.
Fuck it, I'm up.
Yeah.
That's it, I'm up.
I hate it when my brain does that.
Oh, God, yes.
I'm like, just let me sleep. No, you might not get up in time.
Okay. Tomorrow night, I will attempt to try to stream some more Crusader Kings. Hopefully the mod works now. I'll test it out, see. Other than that, I got nothing. So, good night, everybody. And next Thursday, we'll be back doing this.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
And for my own part, oh, Jesus. Now Mr. Scott writes kick him twice. Hey, my ball's hard enough as it is. That's just a standard operating procedure. But anyhow,